My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family like my family.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
UFO's Active Recovery. Because life keeps you on your toes. Because you want to shine when you rise. UFOam technology absorbs impact with every step, so your body doesn't have to. Because standing still gets you nowhere. Get yours today at ufos.com. Feel better. Feel the U.
Bronk,
What up, TB?
what do you think my next move should be? Give it to me straight. Maybe it's just time I hang him up.
I got one word for you. Retirement. If you retire now, you're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week. Just come to Florida and feel the wind in your hair. Retirement is like winning another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
On the Spotty Network, this is what Tom heard.
If you retire now, you're soft and weak. Just come to Florida and win another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
Just go win another one.
Like it's that easy, Gronk. Maybe it is. I still feel like I have a lot to accomplish.
My goal is to win one more.
And Gronk's coming with me.
I'm retired from retiring? Mom, where are my football pants?
Don't trust big decisions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the GOAT in 5G.
And I'm not soft or weak either.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Hello and welcome inside the Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center live from McKeon Park. Austin Nakuda, Zach Berman, Drake Toll welcoming you for today's matchup between the YD Red Sox and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Guys, the Hawks have finally been extinguished for the time being. They lost last night in Katuitt, their first loss in quite some time. But Drake, how did they bounce back after last night's tough defeat?
Well, last night you had nearly 15 guys left on base. You only put up one run despite 10 hits. You walked 3 times, had a couple hit batters too. Everything went the Harbor Hawks' way aside from plating runs. So if you bring out the same offensive output tonight, I think Hyannis is in solid shape to go out, put together a performance of Brody McCullough on the mound where you don't allow a lot of runs against a really good offensive team while still putting up a few yourself. If Hyannis keeps doing what they've done the last 10 games, they're in good shape.
And Zach, Drake just mentioned it. Brody McCullough getting the start tonight, the right-hander from Wingate. We've seen him a handful of times this year, but he is as good as they come.
Well, he's just about as close to an established ace that the Harbor Hawks have, and he's been lights out in his 3 appearances this year. Look for him to keep a very good YD team at bay tonight.
And tonight we caught up with Pablo Ortiz, one of the few pitching coaches on this staff that have helped Brody to the success he's had. Let's take a look at that interview. Hello and welcome into the Dugout Show. I'm Austin Nakuda, and joining me today is Harbor Hawks assistant coach Pablo Ortiz. Pablo, welcome to Cape Cod, your first summer down here. What has the experience been like so far for you?
It's been awesome. We get to see great talent throughout the whole Cape. These teams are doing a good job, and I'm enjoying it, seeing the best players in college baseball, and it's a great experience.
And you've had experience as a grad assistant at LA Tech. You've pitched a little bit throughout your career. What have you brought to the table to these guys? What's your kind of strategy attacking, coaching this group? I mean, it's such a diverse group with guys in and out. So kind of how has your strategy developed throughout the year to coach this crew?
No, like I said, they're the best players in the Cape. Not really much we can do as coaches, but let them play. Let them enjoy the game of baseball, and we try to keep it loose. We got a young coaching staff, and we try to keep it loose for the guys, and just trying to help them improve their craft little by little, and hopefully come in and know what they have to get better here. They had their exit meetings with their coaches, and their coaches kind of helping them improve at their craft.
And your coaching staff, between you, Coach Beatty, Coach Johnson, Korn, Kevin Ohm, you guys all have pitching backgrounds. So how have you come together to kind of collectively coach? I know you just talked about a little bit your personal strategy, but when everybody has a pitching background, kind of what is that like in the coach's spot?
No, yeah, for the hitters, I mean, we got hitters all the time throughout our careers as pitchers, so we try to tell them what they're lacking on their swings and where their holes are at. So we kind of help the hitters like that in that way, how we would pitch them and how they can improve that swing. And for pitchers, I think we do a good job with trying to improve their pitches, and we all have that background where we can help them out.
Yeah, we're in a long stretch here of 7 games in a row. What is the preparation like for these pitchers, and how do you guys help as coaches to keep them loose? Because as we know, they're all on innings limits. They have certain restrictions. But when you're in a stretch of 7 games in a row, how does that strategy develop, and what's it like trying to keep these guys fresh from game to game?
No, yeah, 7 games in a row. That's what we tell the guys. Baseball's hard. We play every game. If they want to be big leaguers, you're going to have to play every day. So being able to bounce back and big leaguers don't always feel good. So that's something they're trying to learn into their collegiate careers, that sometimes you got to go out there and pitch and play whenever your bodies don't feel great. So that grind of baseball, that's kind of what we're teaching them, and they're kind of learning that grind. So.
Well, Pablo, thank you very much for joining us on the Dugout Show. We'll send it back to the booth.
Back here at McKeon Park today alongside Philip Matulia from Louisiana Tech. Philip, you've got quite a look going today. You shaved into a mustache. Why did you decide to do that?
We just decided to go Team Muzzies for the summer, and I just decided to get on the trend, and I'm rocking it.
I would have to agree. Last night you had a couple Louisiana Tech fans in the stands waving the Louisiana Tech flag. What did that mean to you to have their support?
It really meant a lot. Just a very supportive town, and we love to see Louisiana Tech fans everywhere we go.
Today is a special game, coming back and playing at home for the first time in a while against YD, a team you haven't faced. How do you guys regroup from yesterday after breaking the winning streak?
We just take it a game at a time. We don't really look back. We just look forward, and we just stay in the now. And all we can do is come out and just play our best ball.
All right, thank you so much, Philip.
No problem.
From McKeon Park, I'm Bria Losek, Harborhawks Baseball Network.
Thank you very much, Bria, and to Pablo Ortiz and Philip Matulia for joining us pregame. Guys, it's always a pleasure getting to talk to the coaching staff, and one of the things that Pablo hinted on was the collection of pitching coaches that we've aligned here in Hyannis, from Coach Beatty to Pablo Ortiz to Kevin Ohm. It's been quite the crew. And Drake Toll.
Yeah.
What a pitching staff we have here.
It's like every coach. So who's the pitching coach? Well, kind of all of them a little bit. Moss O'Menos, mostly Moss, though, and now you get product to that in Brody.
We need a counter.
And Brody McCullough on the mound for the Harborhawks today, and we'll see who's hot. I think everybody's pretty much
Everyone
hot.
is available. We'll send it down to the field as we're moments away from first pitch here at McKeon Park.
You know who else is hot? Everybody here. It is humid today at the ballpark.
It is warm. And we're not going to send it to the field, I don't think.
Well, send it to the field.
All right.
As
there you
get
go.
us off the camera.
We're trying out the new
selfie cam
in-booth camera tonight, and so far we've learned a few things, a thing or two, and what we've also learned over the course of this season is that Brody McCullough is nothing short of an elite pitcher for the Harborhawks. Right, guys?
Yeah, that
Major
is
League
accurate.
caliber arm.
So you're going to see Brody McCullough, the right-hander, hit 95 or so on that fastball. It's electric stuff. He's a guy who talked to the coaching staff to say, nicest guy ever, but on a game day, do not talk to him before a start. He's a guy who is going to be locked in from the time he gets to the field until the time he throws his first pitch. And, Zach, you're going to see it tonight, somebody who's locked in on the mound and does not give up many hard contacts.
Honestly, just sort of the way he carries himself on game day, it reminds me a little bit of Max Scherzer,
Yeah.
Off the field, not on a game day, he'll be super laid back, super easy to approach, but on game day, don't even want to look in his general direction.
So taking a look at the starting lineup first for the YD Red Sox, who are moments away from coming up to the plate. The leadoff man today is Caden Connor in right field. Batting second, the shortstop, Hunter Haas. In the 3 spot, Chase Meadroth, the second baseman. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Mike Bovey. In the 5 spot, Cole Kyrig, the center fielder. Batting in the 6th spot, the DH, Drew Bowser. Batting 7th, Jordan Thompson. He'll be over at the hot corner. And batting 8th, Jack Costello, the left fielder. Fernando Gonzalez doing the catching and batting 9th. And as you see, the Harbor Hawks defense right there, that will oppose that YD Red Sox starting lineup. Pepe, McConnell, Matulia, the star outfield that, well, guys, the ball does not drop when those three are in the outfield.
No, it really does. And Cole McConnell, and Eric Beatty said this a few games ago, is maybe the best defensive outfielder that he's seen. And for the Harbor Hawks, he's been indispensable. Having him in center field is such an asset because you see a ball hit to left, a ball hit to right, ball hit to center. It doesn't matter. He finds a way to get to it. The notes of the baseball is impeccable. He brings to your defense, and his offense has been outstanding too. Just to highlight what Cole has been to this team, really even under the radar in some concerns. And he's been great.
He's been great, as has the rest of the defense. Jeb at third, Patel at short, Riku Nishida at second, and Nolan Shaniel at first. Of course, Jacob Campbell, one of 2 star catchers here in Hyannis. He'll be behind the plate tonight doing the catching for Brody McCullough, as first pitch is just seconds away here from Hyannis. If you're just joining us, it's where the home of the Hawks here tonight. Judy Walden Scarefile Field as the YD Red Sox and Hyannis meet for the first time in 2022. Caden Connor stands in while Brody McCullough delivers a first pitch. That's a called strike at 91.
Looks like YD is wearing the red jerseys, the camo jerseys, not their normal.
That is a good observation.
Away uniforms.
Yeah, the red Cape Cod jerseys. It is Sunday. Usually we only see those on Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's an interesting switch there. That one's inside. 1-1, the count will even up.
We haven't seen the Hawks wear them yet this year.
Not yet. We were told it doesn't start until July 1st or so, and then from then on, the home team wears the red Cape Cod jerseys to honor the military.
Every Friday.
Every Friday, the
Hawks
home
don't have a home Friday until the 22nd of July.
That's too bad. The 1-1 is also cut on and missed. 93 that time from Brody, and he's ahead of the leadoff man, 1 and 2.
Well, if you're wondering how well Brody McCullough's velo is going to come out today, wonder no longer. 93 is one of the hardest pitches we've seen him throw all year.
Gets the signs from Campbell. Brody's now pitched to both catchers. It was Pancho Ruiz on opening day. We've seen them flip back and forth, and it doesn't seem to matter who's behind the plate. While McCullough's on the mound, the 1-2 is cut on and missed. Starts the game off with a punch out.
93 again from McCullough. The fastball is there right now, and when he's throwing it like that, especially in the zone early, boy, not a good recipe for whoever he's facing.
Well, here comes a dangerous hitter in the form of Hunter Haas from Phoenix, Arizona. Sitting .319 on the year, 15 hits, 2 runs batted in, 13 punch-outs, and he's walked 4 times. A little bit of everything from the man in the 2 spot. McCullough gets the signs from Campbell, winds up, brings home the first pitch. Called strike, 0-1. The umpires tonight, Doug Ism behind the plate, Jeff Menzel over at first, and Rudy Fernbach over at third. Here's the 0-1. That one's hit to center field. McConnell running to his left, and he makes the catch, and Cole McConnell hit the ball in his direction. It will end up in his LA Tech blue glove.
Well, he flashes the range again there against Haas, and you just see why Cole McConnell is one of the better defenders on the team pretty early.
Chase Mydroth standing in now, the 3-hitter, 258 on the season. He's got 8 hits to his name, 6 runs scored, 11 walks to 6 strikeouts. Now, that might be the most impressive part of his line, Zach. 11 walks to 6 strikeouts. It's incredibly rare to see somebody on the Cape with that ratio, especially almost double.
Well, plate discipline is hard to come by, and especially, you know, in college ball with the wood bats, guys are going to be pretty eager to try and break out of those slumps. So, well, there you go.
Swinging on the first pitch. It's the right center field. McConnell, Matulia converge on it. It's the center fielder who makes the catch. Cole McConnell, a couple balls hit his way, and per usual, makes him look routine. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox as Brody McCullough's got the good stuff working at McKeon Park.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar. Have they nailed it?
Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it.
And that's when you said, so it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
Welcome back to McKean Park. Austin Dakuda, Zach Berman, Drake Toll, welcoming you inside the broadcast booth, and it's going to be the left-handed pitcher starting off for the YD Red Sox. Zach, Connor Markle takes the bump.
Markle 2 seasons as a lope, yes, the Grand Canyon Antelopes down in Phoenix. Coldest place I've ever worked a game. 2 seasons at college, an ERA of 5.66 and 16 starts down with GCU. He also spent last year with the Lacrosse Loggers, the Northwoods League. This year, a good start to his season for YD.
And
2 starts, 8.2 innings combined, a 2.08 ERA.
He'll have to face a tough lineup in the form of the Harbor Hawks. Let's take a look. Mitch Jebb in the leadoff spot, per usual. Tito Flores batting second. He'll get the day off from the field at DH. Nolan Shaniel in the 3 spot playing first. Jacob Campbell batting cleanup. Cole McConnell in the 5 spot. Rocco Pepe gets the start. He'll be in left field. Dom Patel, the shortstop, followed by Philip Mantulia, the right fielder, and batting 9th, Riku Nishida. A pleasure to see him in the lineup day in and day out, and as it is to see Mitch Jebb, who's hitting .292, with Zach a .382 OBP. What a start for Mitch.
Now, he has been just absolutely phenomenal, and every ounce of hype with him has been warranted, so I'm just excited to see him keep it up.
He'll swing at the first pitch, grounded over to second, and a quick, easy play made by Meadroth for out number 1. Doesn't get much more textbook than that. 1 pitch, 1 out for Markle. That'll bring up Tito Flores, who some have called the best hitter on the Harbor Hawks to this point. Tito comes into the game leading the team in average, on-base percentage, and OPS. It's .322 the average, while the OBP is approaching .400 at .394. A good start for the Michigan outfielder. Here comes the first pitch to Flores. Gonna watch that one go by, and it's a called strike. 79 on the breaking ball.
Whole lot is getting called in the zone early tonight. We'll see how that shifts throughout the game. It's usually, we've seen over the course of the season, strike zone not necessarily consistent.
The 0-1, also a called strike, 90 miles an hour. You're gonna see here on Cape Cod a strike zone that favors the outside pitches and a little bit low. It's how it goes around the league, but sometimes the umpires will give you the high strike. Not yet tonight. We'll see how that develops. Here's the 0-2 from Markle. That's a fastball, a high and outside like Zach Berman likes it on 0-2.
Yes, indeed. So already we've seen the fastball hit 90-91 as breaking ball gets down into the 70s. So that dichotomy, tough for hitters to catch up to.
Here's the windup and the 1-2. Flores goes fishing for a breaking ball, but comes up empty. The throw to first by Gonzalez cleans it up. 2 up, 2 down.
Goodness, that is a great pitch there by Connor Markle. Low and in, had a whole bunch of break to it, and, you know, nothing Tito could do there but go fishing.
With 2 away, that brings up the 3-hitter, Nolan Shaniel, whose bat has started to heat up as of late, up to 14 hits on the year with 4 runs batted in. He has 3 extra base hits in the last week, so Shaniel is starting to flash the power that helped catapult him to success at FAU. We'll watch a fastball at 89 go by for ball 1.
Shaniel batting the .215 this year with 4 RBI, and
he's got extra base hits in back-to-back games.
Yep.
Big cut and a big miss by Shaniel, evens the count at 1-1. I asked him before the game, how you feeling? He said he's feeling great. The weather is perfect according to Nolan, so very excited to be up at the plate is Nolan Shaniel. Here comes the 1-1. Off speed again, gets Nolan ahead. Now he's behind the count 1-2.
Did you see the movement on that pitch? It almost seemed to flutter midair. Jumped almost a few inches to the right.
Here comes the 1-2 from Markle. There's the breaking ball again. This time it misses outside and evens the count at 2-2.
Well, yeah, of course Shaniel's going to say this is perfect weather. 80-plus degrees, humid as all heck. Yeah, it feels like Florida.
Markle gets the signs from Gonzalez, winds up, and here's the 2-2. Tried to shoot the corner, couldn't get it. Count moves to full.
Of course, you can't bring up Shaniel without mentioning he was just a little bit shy of tying the game in the top of the 9th yesterday with a long fly out.
Full count pitch, misses for ball 4. Nolan Shaniel battles back from being down 1-2 to drawing a walk and puts a man on with 2 away.
Shaniel's weakness has been the strikeout, and He's had a couple ugly strikeouts this season. Nice job. That shows growth. That shows exactly what you want to see guys accomplish out here on Cape Cod. Improvements, getting rid of some of those tough habits. Maybe Shaniel a couple weeks ago, even a couple days ago, swings that 3-2 pitch.
That brings up the catcher from Illinois, Jacob Campbell, sitting .250 on the season. But he's a beacon of consistency at a .327 on base. You know what you're going to get as he check swings and fouls it off, 0-1. This is Markle's third start on the bump in this Cape Cod Baseball League season for the YD Red Sox. He's gone 8 2/3 to this point, but his last start is the one to focus on. 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 8 punch-outs, and no runs. What a dominant outing that was against Falmouth.
Wow.
Here's the 0-1 to Campbell, going to miss outside. So a guy like Markle, who only will hit 90, and we say only 90 because you see a guy opposing him like Brody McCullough who hits 93, but he has such good movement on the breaking ball. That's why it keeps hitters off balance.
That's
and
the
clearly,
exact kind of pitcher the Hawks struggle against.
through 8 2/3, Zach, he's only allowed 2 hits this year. Pickoff move to first is just to check in with Nolan Shaniel, say hi.
You know,
walks back.
we bring up Michael Sansone on Wareham, a guy that tosses, 88, 90. For some reason, the Hawks tend to struggle with those lower velo fastball guys.
Yeah.
You'd like to see him turn a new leaf right now.
Campbell awaits the 1-1. Didn't go around. It's called a ball. 2-1. Favoring the breaking ball early on. We've seen it drop down to 78. That one at 79. The infield shifted just a bit as Campbell, most of his hits go to center field or left. He does have a couple to right, but primarily going to take it back where it came from or to left field. Here's the 2-1. Finds the zone, counts even at 2-2.
Oh, the dugout didn't like that. I thought it looked low from my vantage point. I think the dugout agrees. Almost seemed like a collective, whoa, okay. Not sure how much of that our mic is picking up tonight.
2-2, 2 away. Nolan Shaniel on first base. Here comes the pitch from Markle. Long pause, he delivers, and that one's hit back up the middle, gloved by the pitcher, Markle. He's going to flip it on to first to end the inning. Saves a base hit back where it came from and strands a man at first. The Hawks, the Red Sox, tied at 0-0 as we head to the second.
Traffic is treacherous. There's a fender bender on the pike. Gonna be a wicked commute. The expressway's backed up to the gas tanks. Gridlock. Crawl. Snarl. Gamma. Bottleneck. Logjam. 128 is a parking lot. You'll be late for supper tonight.
Keeping your car road ready is what we do best. At Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there.
Hey, we get you there too.
Choosing T-Mobile is like paying for this, but getting that. And so much more. More 5G bars in more places. More savings so your family saves 20% versus the other guys. And we won't raise the price of your rate plan with our price lock guarantee. Get more with T-Mobile. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff.
Top of the second inning, moments away as Brody McCullough will finish his warm-up tosses, welcoming you back to McKeon Park. Austin Nakuda alongside Drake Toll and Zach Berman, the trio in the booth. As always, thank you for tuning in tonight, as it should be a good matchup between the Harbor Hawks, who you see there in the white on white, and the Red Sox, who are in the red Cape Cod jerseys with the white pants. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks have had quite the hot streak as of late. They've really turned things around. Not that the start was bad, it was just a little bit slower than they would like, but for YD, they've been on quite the streak as well. 11-6-2 now on the year, and 7-3 in their last 10. That's good enough for first place in the East Division. And for Hyannis, they now sit at second in the West Division at 10-6-3. And Zach, they're 7-1-2 in their last 10 games played.
Well, since both teams lost last night, the winner of this game, at least for the next 24 hours, will have the distinction of being the second best team by points in the league behind Katuitt. Now, last night, a tough night for YD as well, as they got slapped by a Wareham team that typically doesn't do that. 9-3.
Wareham, not a team known for their offense so far this season, but it showed up last night. So it's Mike Bovee to start us off here, the cleanup hitter for the YD Red Sox. Brody McCullough worked a quick first inning. And he's already working quickly here, called strike. He only threw 7 pitches in that first inning, 6 strikes, 1 ball, recorded a strikeout as well.
Yeah, Bovee, a guy out of Nebraska, Omaha.
UNO.
That one's grounded back up the middle. Nishida dove, but couldn't get to it. It's a leadoff single for Bovee.
You know, Mike Bovee did quite a lot of that in the Expedition League, and if you think to yourself, Expedition League, that's because he is the first player I have seen to go from the Expedition League to the Cape League like myself. He played for the Hastings Sodbusters in 2020, and do you know who won the Expedition League in 2020?
The Fremont Move.
That would be correct. There's your Berman bingo.
There we go.
Happy New Year.
I even guessed correctly. Cole Carrig, the center fielder, digs in now with a man on. Carrigg's had a hot start to his season. 291 average, 16 hits, so no small sample size. That one's popped up as he goes after the first pitch, gets out of play. He also has 7 walks and 7 strikeouts. That's kind of the key to this YD team, why they've been successful. They don't strike out a ton. They also do a good job of drawing walks.
Well, you have a guy like Brody McCullough. He's not going to walk a ton of guys, so he's going to pepper the zone, and it's just a matter of the quality of contact you can get.
Here's the 0-1 outside. 84 there on the changeup. 1-1. Taking a look at some of the league leaders in terms of batting average. Team-wise, the Harbor Hawks have really had their bats heat up quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. It's catapulted them into second in the Cape League in batting average, while YD is third. So Harbor Hawks as a team hitting 236, YD hitting 232. These teams are very similar so far in their play style. Hawks are right ahead of them as well in stolen bases. Hyannis with 29, YD with 24. Good for 3rd and 5th, respectively. 1-2 now the count to Cole Carrig, the center fielder. Runner on first is Bovee, who's just singled moments ago. McCullough comes set, brings home the pitch. That one is reached for. Did he go around? No, he did not. They check over with the third base umpire, Rudy Finbash, and he says, nope, Carrig held up, so the count evens up.
Surprised by that one. Looked like it was clear that Carrig had gone around and lives to play another strike.
YD does see a lot of pitches. We mentioned they're pretty solid at drawing walks. They're first in the Cape League at 75 walks for their hitters this season. Pickoff move, diving back safely is Bovee. The Hawks not far behind him with 71. And that's kind of the key, I think, to success, and you're going to see it. The top 3 teams in the league in walks, YD, Katuitt, and Hyannis, are also the top 3 teams in the league via points. So good plate discipline goes a long way. Here's the 2-2 from Brody. Fanned on and missed. Down goes Carrig, and that's a big out, number 1.
Well, when you say that a team like YD doesn't strike out often, that's because maybe they just haven't faced a guy like Brody McCullough.
Well, the pitching around the league is
pretty good.
Probably nearly as good as Brody. I think every team has a guy like Brody McCullough.
As good as Brody is, there are a few more of those McCulloughs that are floating around Cape Cod.
That there is. That'll bring up Drew Bowser, the designated hitter. First time we've seen Bowser in the field tonight. He didn't play defense. That's what the DH does. They just have to hit. They have the easy job.
Drew Bowser, who is not related to Bowser from Mario. That's the only other.
Oh, really? Yeah. I really thought he may have been.
I was wondering. I think we all were. I was almost a little worried, so glad we got clarification.
He's 1 for 6 this season, just recently signed to the team. He also has a walk. Comes cross country from Woodland Hills, California to the Cape Cod Baseball League. Count evens up at 1-1.
Great pitch there from Brody. Goes breaking ball, called outside, but didn't miss by much with that one.
No, you usually see that outside pitch called a strike, but it takes a couple innings to feel out what the zone may be. As
some cannon fire.
We are near the harbor. Here's the 1-1. Kind of missed low at 92. Count moves to 2-1.
That just feels about right. 4th of July weekend. Why not some fireworks on the PA mic?
Well, yeah, still light outside.
Yeah, that's true. Don't think you're going to be able to see them.
Well, in YD, fireworks would help. It would be the only thing to line up Red Wilson Field.
We'll see that field tomorrow night in Yarmouth as that pitch also misses somewhere. 3-1.
Yeah. Really good stuff. Breaking ball again from McCullough. Left it hanging a bit, but it cuts downward so fast into the zone. Surprised he's not getting that call right now.
It's also a pitch I'm surprised you don't get a swing at because it looks so good to the hitter and then just breaks off. Here's the 3-1. Fouled back off the netting. Count will move to full. We'll see if the YD Red Sox choose to be aggressive at all early in this ballgame. We know they like to run pretty high up the ladder in stolen bases, but could we see a hit and run 3-2-1 out?
I think there's definitely a chance.
All depends on Bovee at first.
See what he is going to go, then he'll stop, and it's going to be a ball anyway, so he can just keep on jogging to second base. So a single and a walk this inning with 1 out puts runners on first and second.
Yeah, 1 down here, McCullough trying to work his way through the lineup, but you're in a pretty healthy spot if you're Brody. You got Jordan Thompson from LSU here, who's the 7-hole, then the 8-hole, then the 9-hole.
Tough spot to be if you're Brody McCullough, though, early, because we haven't seen this a lot from him, right? I mean, he hasn't been a guy who has had this situation arise.
Yeah, infield fly rule in effect here. Another pitch, great pitch from McCullough there.
Yeah, get a half swing, but they say he went around. 92 there on the fastball, 0-1 to Thompson. Thompson comes in at 161 in the year, 5 for 31. He does have 7 runs batted in. Brody comes set. Tough spot to be in early on in the ball game. Here comes the pitch. Cut on and missed. There's a good breaking ball by Brody, and he's ahead 0-2.
Solid by there from Brody on the 0-1. Attack breaking ball and gets it in the zone. Finally. Swing wouldn't have mattered there.
0-2, 1 away. McCullough already has a pair of punch-outs. He does have a pair of base runners on. He comes, sets, brings home the 0-2, and he got him. High fastball by Brody McCullough, and there are 2 away.
High heat from McCullough. Goes high and outside. It's a good 0-2 pitch to try to get somebody to chase. Typically a batter sitting on that, lets it go by right there. Great spot from McCullough gets the LSU product, Thompson.
You know that's my pitch. You know that's exactly what I like to throw there.
That'll bring up Jack Costello with 2 outs and 2 on. Costello, the 8-hitter, comes into this at-bat at 214 on the year with 4 runs batted in. 9 strikeouts to 2 walks. Here comes the first pitch. Called strike. Nice breaking ball at 83. It looks like the slider from Brody McCullough that he's throwing early.
He likes to use that slider early in the count and then gradually shifts towards the fastball later in the count. I like when you can place your slider like that as well as he can, really sets up your pitch sequencing quite nicely.
Comes set here with Thompson in the right-handed batter's box, delivers a fastball at 93.
Got away from him a bit there, but when Jacob Campbell's behind the dish, not a lot gets away from that guy.
Not at all. He's been, a lot of catchers in this league aren't going to have the eye-popping batting numbers.
Right.
But Campbell at 250 solid. He is a candidate, I think, to start the All-Star game at the backstop position just because of how good the defense has been.
Yeah.
I bet if we ranked all the catchers' hitting numbers, he'd be at the top of the list. That one's popped foul, 1 and 2.
Well, you got to consider, too, it feels as though catcher is one of the hottest commodities in the league. And since you have a surplus of those guys in that every team has 2 or 3 catchers, sometimes that position can be watered down on Cape Cod, especially with the amount of guys that go Team USA or even take their summers off after a long spring. Campbell is the exception to some of the catchers that we've seen across the league.
We saw last year here in Hyannis, they rotated between 3 catchers, so it was really hard for those guys to find some consistency. This year, just the 2, Poncho and Campbell. Here's the 1-2, and it's not going to happen as Brody steps off and watches Bovee back to second base. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah, of the 20 games we've seen now from the Harbor Hawks, Poncho Ruiz and Jacob Campbell have caught 19 of them combined.
The only other one was by Charlie Taylor as that one hits the bat.
No, it's the elbow pad.
No.
They'll say it hit the elbow pad.
That is an interesting call. They're going to say it hit the elbow pad. I think the umpire's having a discussion. I think he called it foul.
Wow.
Now, yeah. So we got a little bit of a...
No, you saw it, Austin. I think you called it correctly. The umpire gave an immediate foul ball.
That's what I saw,
from my perspective and the hitter here, Costello said that it hit him on the elbow pad. That's what I heard as well, and yep, sure enough, they did. It is the call they'll go with. It hit him the elbow pad.
So the hit by pitch will load the bases. That's why, I mean, it sounded like it hit the elbow pad, and that's what I saw, but I said foul ball because the umpire put his hands up to signify foul ball, but Brody McCullough now, the bases loaded, a situation he's unfamiliar with because Brody does not allow many base runners, so we'll see if he can work himself out of it. It's Fernando Gonzalez, the catcher, who's 4 for 25 on the year now at the plate.
We've seen a couple of those calls, you know, get initially ruled one thing and then immediately after they'll be like, actually, you know what, never mind.
I've seen a balk like that once or twice.
The infamous Born balk.
Yeah.
Mitch Jebb, the infamous, was
Here's the first pitch from Brody to Gonzalez. He gets a call there. Maybe throw you a bone early on
we
the
have
outside.
not seen that high strike called yet tonight until right there with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball right at the bottom of the numbers.
It's probably in the major league strike zone.
Yeah, I think
but
so.
You don't get that a lot on Cape Cod. Here's the 0-1. That's high. 1-1 with 2 away, and the base is juiced. If there's a pitcher you want on the mound in this situation to let him work himself out, it's Brody McCullough. Guy was a star at Wingate, racked up the accolades all season long there. Now comes to Cape Cod to build off that. Here's the 1-1, called strike 1-2. Brody McCullough 1 strike away from working himself out of trouble.
High outside fastball. That's exactly where I go here.
Not back to the slider?
Nope.
We'll see where Campbell chooses to place the mitt, and we'll see if Brody can hit it. Brody checks a look at the runner on third. Here's the 1-2.
Oh.
And a called strike 3. McCullough freezes Gonzalez, and he works out of a bases-loaded jam. We remain scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
You're a bad mother.
Welcome back for the bottom of the second inning. Connor Mockler returns to the mound, and Zach, he was good in that first inning of work.
He was really good, and like we've mentioned, the Harbor Hawks tend to struggle with these lower velo fastball guys, and Markle's just another one of them. Hawks don't strike out a lot, but he's going to generate a lot of, weak contacts, ground balls, and that's been where the Hawks have struggled with, producing some runs. That's more or less how they lost the game last night.
Yeah, the Harbor Hawks have struck out the 4th least in the Cape Cod Baseball League, so that's a pretty good number, Drake, early in the season.
Yeah, I'll accept that. That will certainly play. I know Eric Beatty, it was a point of emphasis for him as a coach and for both Mazak Gavari, Nick Johnson, everybody that compiled this roster, Zach Chase as well, to find guys that don't strike out and find pitchers that don't walk batters. That was the MO for both of those guys, and Eric Beatty's the same way. You go up with a 2-strike count, compete. And that's what this team does.
That's what he said from the jump. Eric Beatty, we asked him, how does it feel to be here? He said, man, I'm just a competitor. I love to compete every single night, whether it's in the coach's box, on the field. That one comes inside on Cole McConnell and gets a piece of the home plate umpire, so it'll take a minute to reset as McConnell takes ball 1.
It's a fun coaching matchup here. Beatty, former League Hall of Famer, one of the newest coaches on the Cape, versus the winningest coach in Cape Cod Baseball League history.
Yep, Scott Pickler over with the YD Red Sox surpassed the lead and took the lead for winningest coach of all time just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it's a recent accolade that he's earned. And
right.
He's a guy who credited all the coaches and the players around him. You watch his interviews since then. Said, this isn't an award for me. It's all the guys, and a credit to every player who's come through here, every coach in the community, because they're really who helps put these wins together. 1-1 the count now to McConnell, and that's what's so important about the Cape Cod Baseball League is the host families, the community, because without the community and the host families, there's no teams.
Oh, and boy, you got to love it. I mean, if you want to be up here as a player, as a coach, as a broadcaster, you really got to love it.
It's a grind. 1-2 to McConnell. They didn't like that call. It was a little bit low. With 44 games in the span of about 50 days or so.
Yeah, you wake up, baseball. Go to sleep, baseball. It's rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat.
Bark.
Baseball. And there is a baseball that goes by Cole McConnell's bat for out number 1. Second punch out of the day from Markle.
Markle's stuff, and you can't look. We beat it. Can you say it like a dead horse? We've been saying arm barn, so I don't, But we beat it like a dead horse. It's that 88 locks these guys up, and we've seen that almost all season. Pump being 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and these guys are all over it.
Put Chapman on the mound, no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the first pitch to Rocco Pepe back in the lineup tonight. He's batting 200 on the year. Had quite the hot start, including a solo shot on opening day, but since then has cooled off a bit. He does hit left-handed pitching relatively well. Here's the 1-0 from the lefty Markle, and now he's quickly behind 2 Pepe, 2-0.
I'm a big fan of Rocco's defense. I think he's, despite the recent slump at the plate, I think he's one of the most underrated defensive players on the Harbor Hawks. We saw it in Wareham a couple nights ago. But if the Juice Rabbit can get going, that's a huge boost to this lineup. That's already been pretty good as of late.
Yeah.
2-0 in the dirt, 3-0. Looks like the change-up, trying to find the zone, but has not been able to do Pepe. And 3-0 here. We're early in the game. Let's play red light, green light. What do we say, fellas?
Give me a red light.
What's the color of Whitey's jerseys?
Undoubted red light.
I'm colorblind, so it might be green. Here is the 3-0 to Pepe.
He shows bunt on 3-0.
Yeah, a lot of guys will do that, try to distract you a little bit.
I did that in Little League. You wave the bat around quite a bit. Yeah, pretty often against Little League pitchers in Bologna, Arkansas.
Here's the 3-1 to Pepe. That's a big swing and a miss. Full count now to the Juice Rabbit.
Now Pepe with the bright orange bat with the blue handle. You don't typically see that out on Cape Cod.
Hyannis' colors?
They might be. That one's hit hard on the ground. A second, Haas plays it to his side, gets up, makes a nice play. Oh, that's Meadrith, excuse me. The infield here at McKean will take some funky bounces occasionally, and that's a nice job by Meadrith over at second to play it on the side.
Boy, have we seen good defensive second baseman or what these last few games?
That we have.
Middle infield all the way around.
The Harbor Hawks have one of the best. We'll see him possibly this inning.
I mean, look, between Hausinger with Wareham, with yesterday, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name with Katuit, and how could you forget Riku Nishida?
Here's Dom Patelli with 2 away. He'll watch a called strike. 0-1 to the Miami shortstop.
Speaking of guys that are good defensively.
Yeah, Dom Patelli made ESPN SportsCenter top 10 plays this year in the spring for his stellar defense at the U. Here's the 0-1. Gonna miss for a ball. 1-1. Looked good from here. Patelli hitting now 195 on the year. 1 homer, 6 runs driven in. Had a couple of hits yesterday and a walk. He's just over the top of that off-speed pitch, 1 and 2.
Patelli was a guy that found himself on base quite a couple times yesterday and just was one of the unfortunate recipients of being stranded.
2 hits and a walk. It's part of a 2-for-3 day at Katuit. Here's the 1-2. That one's chopped down the first base line. It will stay foul.
Hey, Patelli's been good against the Cavaliers. 2 for 3 in this past game and a homer in the first game.
Yeah, we'll see the Cats again relatively soon. But for now, he's got to deal with the Whitey Red Sox today and tomorrow. A home and home. 1-2, 2 away to Dom Patelli as Markle steps off the mound. We'll have to go through his signs again. Here's the windup and the pitch. Just gonna miss somewhere there, Drake Toll.
Yeah, Markle was walking back the dugout, and I was getting ready for a commercial break. That looked pretty squarely over the strike zone, and we play on.
Patelli looking to fight something off here on 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball, and he does just that. Sends it down the left field line. We'll have to do it again.
Off speed there. Looked like a changeup from Markle. That changeup drops to 75 to 79. So you're not going to be fooled as much with those guys who only drop theirs in differential from the fastball 4 or 5 miles an hour. A little bit easier to read.
Here comes the 2-2 once again from Markle. Breaking ball hammered to first, but it's caught on a line by Bovey to end the inning. So the Hawks go down in order. We're still scoreless as we head to the third on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
This BBB seal is a badge of honor. It's a sign that this is a business you can trust.
Hi. Oh, this is amazing.
Each year, millions of people see the BBB seal on a door or a window or a website and breathe a little easier. See the seal and know you've made the right choice. Find a business you can trust. Ask BBB.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Welcome back inside the Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center, live from McKeon Park. Austin Nakuda and Drake Toll, and we're joined by a special guest, Steve Perrault. Steve, welcome to Hyannis. You've done a ton of work around the baseball world, and you did some work before the game with a first pitch that, unfortunately,
they're going to be talking about that one for a long time. That was one of the worst first pitches I've ever seen, and I was the one that threw it, so that was tough.
Well, Steve, you've done some podcast work. You were with Section 10 for a little bit, but now you've gone on to start your own podcast with Odyssey Sports. What has that transition been like for you?
It's been good. It's been an interesting one. I know when Odyssey approached me, they were like, we have the rights to the official Red Sox show, and they wanted to know what my thoughts were on that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I would love to do that. So it's been fun. It's been an enjoyable season. The Red Sox have been great to us, so no complaints on my end.
1-0's pop foul count, leaving up at 1-1.
Steve, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask. So did you watch some 50 Cent first pitch reels going in, maybe called him and got some tidbits or feedback?
I mean, so here's the deal. I got to break this down real quick, and I'm going to make sure I don't talk over the game. But
you're fine.
When you're out there on the mound, you get the ball handed to you, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's watching you at the same time. And it's like, okay, when I hear from up here, let's have a great pitch. Now it's in your mind, don't mess up. That's all you're thinking about is don't have a terrible pitch because you said had a good pitch.
Right.
And then I have a terrible one. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I got to get revenge now, basically.
So, Steve, you heard have a great pitch and thought, well, guess I won't now.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to do the reverse of that. That's what I'm going to do.
1-2's cut on and miss. Brody McCullough racks up another punch out there for out number one here in the top of the third.
Austin, I hate to interrupt you, but if we take it to the screen here,
oh,
Steve,
no,
you
we
can
have.
see
Just got that on loop, huh?
It doesn't last that long. I had tweeted out, like, thank you to the Harbor Hawks for being great, but don't show that first pitch anywhere.
Steve, for you, can we confirm that there's the crowd mic? That works.
The first pitch just landed.
Probably one of those scout. No, it's a YD fan said, get that out of my way. He didn't pick it up either. All right. Well,
that's Cape League ball.
Yeah,
you got to adjust on the fly.
So, Steve, can you confirm that it's Boston Red Sox, not YD Red Sox? What a night that you're here, huh?
No, of course. Yeah, I get to say I threw it a first pitch at a Red Sox game, so that definitely counts.
Yeah,
but
Maso Menos.
It's all about the Harbor Hawks. I remember when you guys were the Mets back in the day. I've been coming here for a long time, and I got to say the park looks great. A lot of renovations. This looks beautiful right now. The new score. I don't know how new it is. It's new to me because I didn't see it like that last time I was here. It looks awesome.
You want to tell them the fun tidbit about the scoreboard?
What do we got?
What about the scoreboard?
Yeah, you're like, you tell me the fun tidbit.
Yeah, what do we have?
Steve, hold on to that seat right there. The cushion's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It is the largest scoreboard in southwest Massachusetts. Maybe southeast, though. We haven't decided which.
Largest on the Cape,
At
for
least
sure.
that. And Wareham, including Wareham.
You got that.
Because Wareham is not on the Cape, but they are in the Cape Cod Baseball League, we've learned.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of that. The Wareham Park is all right. I'm not going to say it's bad because we're on a Cape League broadcast, but this
It's a
one
football
is
stadium.
Exactly.
Steve.
This one's phenomenal.
Fouled off. Count will hold at 1-2 with one away in the inning. Brody McCullough still on the bump. If you're just joining us, Austin Nakuda, Drake Toll, and Steve Peralt joining us in the broadcast booth. As it's still 0-0 between YD and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. And, well, Brody McCullough's looking good so far.
Yeah. Steve, you ever been inside the Green Monster?
Yes, I have. We're trying to do a podcast this season from inside the Monster because, I mean, obviously that's the name. So we want to match up the name with the action.
Wait a second. That's why you named it
That's
that?
why I named it that, yeah. But, no, it is really cool in there, I got to say. I mean, you really feel like you're going back in time, and you know that all the legends, Ted Williams, down the list, have all been back there. Manny, obviously, many a time. So, yeah, it's going to be nice. Hopefully we'll do that at some point in August. Looking forward to it.
Here comes the 1-2 from Brody McCullough. The pitch is away. It's a breaking ball, and it's a called strike 3. Brody has punched out back-to-back batters to start off the top of the third, and suddenly there's 2 away.
I got to say, that was some nice acting by the ump there.
Right,
he took a little extra second. He's like,
Ordered
bang.
some food. You know. Yeah.
He's like, this moment is mine. I am ringing this
Got
guy
a cup
up.
of coffee. I was like, you know what? Strike 3.
Might as well ring
Why
him up
not?
over here. Yeah,
that's good.
I got to ask you guys. So I'm trying to be as informed on this season of the Cape League as possible.
Yeah.
This is the first time this summer I'm down here. How are the Harbor Hawks doing?
Well, better than last season.
Okay.
So I was here last year. They were 8-28 in the 2021 season, so
All right.
a slow start. But
Minus
now,
the 28 losses, you were 8-0, so pretty good.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But this season, in second place now in the West Division,
Okay.
10-6-3, a much better improvement, and 7-1-2 over the last 10. So
nice. That's awesome.
The Hawks are hot, Steve. That's
Nice.
the saying around these parts.
I like that.
Fresh off of a 9-game non-losing streak. You can tie now. So
I'm going to use that phrase.
Yeah.
I'm stealing that.
So they went 7-0-2 over the course of 9 games, then lost last night. But overall, I mean, you're looking at a really young coaching staff, a group of new guys in the executive office, a new president, a new GM, new director of operations, new assistant GM, pretty much across the board, and kind of a jolt of life in a season where there's a lot of turnaround, and it's been. Hey, they started 3-5.
Yeah, a little slow start, but it's nice to see it pick up. There's a 2-1, going to be a called strike. You got a wide strike zone tonight here at McKean Park.
He did not like that
Let's go home.
Well, it's interesting because you can't see the players down here. They don't complain to the umps a lot. With
Yeah.
all the scouts watching, these guys are kind of, they'll give you a couple words, but it's not like the majors where you get the whole theatrics behind it. It's just going to be, that was a bad call.
Yeah, in the scouting report, you don't want complaints to the ump every at-bat. That's not good.
Here comes the 2-2 with 2 away from McCullough. Did he go? No, he did not. It'll just be called a ball. 3-2 now.
Now, Steve, for the Red Sox fans out there that haven't heard your stuff or want to find the new stuff, where can they go? Where can they find you?
Yeah, at ITM_pod on Twitter, and then at Steve_Peralt for all the socials. And I mean, the Sox right now, I think Trevor Story just got a 2-run RBI in extras.
Big
so
news.
they're trying to get 1 win in Chicago.
Is that why your right hand's shaking? You
Yeah,
can't watch the
very,
Sox game
very
right
much.
now?
Yeah, no, I'm basically, I always try to bring up the game day as I'm anywhere in the world. But yeah, Trevor Story, pinch hit, 2-run. So we're calling 2 games right now. That's basically
there
what
we
we're
go.
doing. But yeah, it looks like they're going to get 1 win in Chicago against a bad Cubs team, and ideally, homestand coming up against the Rays and the Yankees. Got to get some wins.
Here's the 3-2 from McCullough, and a swing and a miss. Brody McCullough strikes out the side in order for a clean top of the third. We want to thank you, Steve Peralt, for joining us in the broadcast booth. A pleasure to have you here at McKean Park.
I got to get some first pitch revenge. That's all I'll say.
Well, happy to have you back. Steve Peralt from Odyssey Sports joining us as we take a break here for the bottom of the third.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky, because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
Back for the bottom of the 3rd inning, Austin Acuda, Zach Berman, Drake Toll with you. Again, a big thank you to Steve Peralt for joining us in the top half of the frame.
You know, I threw a first pitch out at a Fremont Moo game last year, and I can confirm it was not nearly as
Bingo
bad
alert.
as that.
Bingo alert.
Bingo! I hit the strike zone.
We got a Berman first
Couldn't
pitch.
tell you what
Called
the,
strike. Take that, Steve Peralt.
I
Zach
couldn't
Berman.
t- Hey,
Moose.
whenever I get a chance, you know, it hurts the old ego a bit to be a Yankee guy that's replaced on a booth by a Red Sox guy. So, just to remind everybody, the Yankees are in first place, even though they lost today by a wide margin. I hope it stays that way.
You hope what stays what way?
The Yankees
Them losing by a wide margin?
No, the Red Sox can keep losing. I know they're up right now.
Yeah.
Philip Matulia wastes no time, takes a pitch off the leg, and he'll head to first base. Hit by pitch there, second one of the game.
Have that one, Phil.
And take that.
That's
nice.
not a guy you want to put on base. Matulia,
No, it's not.
This whole 5 through 1, McConnell, Pepe, Patelli, Matulia, Riku, and Jeb, they can all run. There is a lot of speed in this lineup tonight.
There is, and here comes more speed at the plate. Riku Nishida, first time he'll head up to bat tonight. He's now boosted his on-base percentage to .357, a real strong suit for the second baseman from Mount Hood Community College who's heading to Oregon.
Up the trail.
Up the old trail to Oregon. He'll show bunt and drop a good one down. Markle's only play will be to first, and Nishida going to play the small ball game. That throw nearly got away, but Bovee holds the bag, and Matulia moves into scoring position now with 1 out.
Is it Oregon or Oregon? Because I've always been told it's Oregon.
Don't think it matters. I think it's either one. Potato,
tomato.
That's what they say. Yeah, I think so.
Oregon. Mitch Jeb. That doesn't change.
No, it's
Mitchell or Mitch.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't like Mitchell.
No, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't.
I think someone on the road called him Mitchell during a pregame, and he was like, "It's Mitch." I think he told us directly.
He did tell us that it was Mitch. Yeah.
Mitch Jeb 0 for 1 on the night with the ground out to second with Matulia on second base. And yes, if you're an LA Tech fan and you're watching, that indeed is Philip Matulia on second base. You might notice that he's missing the beard and just going with the stash.
Jacob deGrom.
Yeah. Matulia shaved the beard, kept the mustache. He said the team decided to go with team, and I quote, Team Muzzies for the year.
Team Muzzies.
Pickoff moved to second, not in time to get Phil.
Isn't that what they call the people in Harry Potter that don't do wizardry?
Don't know, never seen Harry Potter.
Neither have I until just
Neither
recently.
have I. I've actually never seen Harry Potter.
That's something we have in
girlfriend's
common as a team.
favorite movie series. So for her, I've been watching them through with her. First two, knocked them out.
What a nice guy you are, huh?
Hey, thanks, man.
Of course, anytime.
What's better, that or the Minions Rise of Gru?
Here's the 1-0. That one's in the dirt and blocked by Gonzalez. 2-0 the count.
Well, no free advertisements.
Yep.
Well, have you know that last night
Please
several members of the broadcast team, myself included, Drake, yourself included, went to see
I did?
Minions The Rise of Gru.
Okay.
I thought it was maybe a 4 out of 10.
Oh, wow. I thought it was really good, actually. I really liked it. I don't know what Zach Berman was watching.
I thought it was good as well.
I think you fell asleep.
I was on the verge of falling asleep. I'm not even going to kid with you.
It was not too bad.
Thanks for not kidding with me, by the way.
Here's a 2-0 to Mitch Jeb. That's going to be a ball, 3-0.
I wonder if Jeb will put the bat on the shoulder here. You don't see that a lot out of Mitch Jeb, but maybe right here in this spot, you'll see him go to it with the 3-0, especially resting on an obvious red light.
I'd say so.
Yep. Jeb sometimes widens the stance a bit, depending on the situation. There you go. Widen the stance. He'll drop that bat to the shoulder in certain counts.
Let's see if he does it.
Yeah, there it is. Here's the 3-0. In the dirt, ball forward. Jeb draws a walk. 2 men on, 1 man out here in the bottom of the third.
Welcome to the plate, Tito Flores out of Michigan, the left fielder. You hinted at the pregame, Austin, that Tito Flores is part of the really good defensive outfield for the Harbor Hawks, and that is true. Solid defensively and steps to the plate with a batting average now at .317, which is best on this Harbor Hawk roster. There was a little earthquake down there by the dugout. I think it's the ball boys.
That crowd mic is...
No,
After it got bulldozed by Derrick Henry, it's now facing the
I don't know if
whiteboard.
anybody back here saw a fan mowed over our crowd mic and just kept walking. So it's not on
to Tito.
Not on the ground anymore.
I think it should be fixed in the not too distant future.
I hope so. We put the maintenance request in.
We did.
So,
same company that cut that tree down for you this morning should be headed out soon.
What an eventful day.
Charged us about $1,500.
I like the
coming
crowd
from the
mic
North Shore,
situation.
so give them some time.
Yeah.
Ooh. All the way from what's north of Duluth.
Here's the double steal by the Hawks. The throw to third is in time. They got Matulia. The aggressiveness on the base pass does not pay off for Hyannis, and now there's 2 down.
Yeah, I don't know if I understand. Look, double steals, the Harbor Hawks have done those plenty of times. And yes, it's still early in this ball game, but with 2 on and Tito Flores, who's highest in the team in average at the plate, you're in an impeccable spot in the lineup against a catcher, too, in Gonzalez, who's solid in his own right.
Especially after
that was a little too risky right there.
Especially after you struggled so much to get runners in scoring position home. I don't know why you risk it this early in the game today.
Beatty's coming over and having a conversation with a home plate umpire.
Not
asking
sure
a couple
about
questions.
Yeah,
I mean, it looked out.
I don't think that was what the conversation was about. There was
Right.
something the catcher just did. Or they called time, I think, and he's saying Tito didn't ask for it, did the catcher, and I think that was the conversation. I don't really know. He's not happy.
Huh.
Okay, now time's called again.
I
All
think
right.
he's asking if the pitcher's balking, maybe.
Maybe that's what.
That's the only thing I can think
Maybe
of.
that was the ploy with the double steal. It doesn't make much sense, just to come out and be candid. It doesn't make much sense in that situation. So maybe Beatty felt like he could get the pitcher, Markle, coax him into a balk.
If there's a guy who knows what a balk is,
Right.
Eric
It's Eric
Beatty
Beatty.
is one of the most well-traveled
And I think
coaches in this league.
I think it's what he's looking for here.
Yeah.
That double steal may have been a ploy to either incite a balk or at least give him a case for a balk.
Well, Coach Beatty, of a Cape Cod Baseball Hall of Famer, second lowest ERA in a Cape League season, a guy who had spent time throughout the minors. And, I mean, if there's somebody who knows pitching, it's this coaching staff. Eric Beatty, Kevin Ohm played at the majors, Pablo Ortiz, a grad assistant of a coach, B.J. Johnson, Ray Korn, a couple of the most well-respected pitching coaches. So I think they may have a grievance there with that as Flores pops it up to second base. There's Meadroth. He'll make the catch and the inning. So the Hawks had 2 on and 1 out, but they don't get anything out of it. So we're still scoreless as we head to the top of the 4th on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why do you sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice sounds like my inside voice? Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Welcome back. Brody McCullough finishes his last pitch of the warm-up tosses.
All right.
All right.
Hey, how about the best 2 teams in the Cape Cod Baseball League are Katuitt and YD? But Zach alluded to it earlier, and that might change tonight. With a win, the Harbor Hawks would retake second place in the league, with Katuitt firmly standing at first place now. But these are 2 of the top 3 teams, really in almost every offensive statistic category on Cape Cod.
First pitch of the inning is going to miss low to chase Meadroth, the left-handed hitter.
Interestingly enough, Katuitt's having a tough go of it. They're down 2-0 to Falmouth of all teams.
Hello.
It's Michael Bovey at the plate, excuse me. That one called strike 1-1.
Bovey played
UNO
summer last year. The Expedition League, actually.
The 2020 Expedition League. Last summer, he played where Austin grew up in Duluth.
Oh, wow.
Right. Duluth. Here's the 1-1. In the dirt, 2-1.
Bovey, Nebraska, Omaha. Not Nebraska, Nebraska. 8 home runs, 33 RBI, 23 doubles. 23 doubles. That's a pretty darn good chunk for a spring season with 12 stolen bases, too. He had 39 walks and only 29 strikeouts. That's a stat right there that will find you on Cape Cod. 491 OBP.
2-1 to Bovey. That's going to miss. 3-1 the count.
Bovey also the reigning 2022 Summit League Player of the Year.
Hats off to that
really
guy. Yep.
Tore his conference to shreds.
Oh, are they okay?
Yeah, I would hope so.
What a breaking ball there from McCullough. That starts at your chest out of the hand, 75. He goes from 93 to 75 on the curveball, starts at your chest and dips down right at the knee.
Full count now from McCullough. He winds up, fires a pitch that's hit on the ground to first. There's Nolan Shaniel. He's going to take it himself to the bag. 3 unassisted for out number 1.
Center fielder from San Diego State, number 4, Cole Carrick.
That'll bring up Cole Carrick, the center fielder from San Diego State. Teammates with Pancho Ruiz, the Harbor Hawks, one of the 2 Hawks catchers.
A lot of alliteration in this lineup. You got Caden Connor, Hunter Haas, Cole Carrick. 3, 1/3 of this lineup alliterated.
McCullough sitting at 55 pitches now. 37 for strikes.
That one is lined to right field. It will go foul. That's the first time a YD Red Sox really turned on a ball by Brody. Might avoid that location again.
Got a new camera angle tonight, too. You see the foul pole there in right field and can catch most of the action across the entire baseball field. Constantly making upgrades here. The pregame
show.
The pregame show as well, where myself, Drake Toll, was joined by Zach Berman and the voice of Austin Dakota from somewhere around here.
Yeah, we had the good old moving camera.
Yeah.
It's the best trick I've got.
Well, Magician never reveals his secrets. Here's the 0-1. Cut on and missed, 0-2.
I know a magician who does.
Who?
You, Zach Berman.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You're not wrong. There are very specific things I like to keep quiet on.
Huh.
Not your magic, though.
Right, what would those be?
I guess
why would I tell him?
Yeah, that's fair. Good point.
Man of mystery.
Here's the 0-2 to Craig. That one's hit on the ground, foul.
I take that back. I told the national crew when they came here for opening night, I told them my big secret with broadcasting. It involves a pregame ritual, and I'm not going to tell you guys here. You can dig through the archives of the John Garner call to find it.
Yeah, well.
Don't think there are archives of that.
I doubt it.
What do you put on a pair of UFOs? Maybe grab a Coca-Cola?
Drive to Hingham and back?
Yeah, visit Team Town?
Well, I did.
Eat a Subway sandwich and then finish off with a beer at Gannon's.
I did buy a new pair of shoes this morning. Not UFOs, but.
Make a phone call that T-Mobile monitors.
Buy a honeydew donut.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Your pregame routine doesn't involve a coffee.
It involves a coffee and a playlist.
And a playlist.
Huh.
Okay, we'll have to get to that at some point this summer. Carrick broke his bat on the last foul ground ball, so now he has a new piece of lumber. Doesn't change the fact that he's still behind 0-2. Brody shakes off a sign from Campbell, and time is called. Carrick didn't want that 0-2 coming his way just yet.
It's funny. It says there's a third person on this call. Oh, no. That's just T-Mobile.
Well, they can hear. Dude, T-Mobile's not the NSA.
Here's the 0-2. Popped up out of play. Well,
how about the crowd here at oh, my goodness. That landed in a family of folks, and nobody got hit with the baseball. That's funny. Almost hits the mom and the dad.
That's hilarious.
Both of them get out of the way, but the children didn't care. They immediately sprinted toward the baseball to pick up the foul ball and get a souvenir.
It's a free souvenir.
You can keep all the foul balls here at the Cape Cod Baseball League games.
Yes, you do. We don't.
I think the number was about 70 a game they go through, 70 baseballs a game. That one is waved on and missed. Brody McCullough now has 8 punch-outs on the day.
That will play.
So much for a team that doesn't strike out much. That's not the case when Brody McCullough is the guy you're going up against.
3 2/3, 8 punch-outs by Brody.
Punchies, as our good friend Wes Burton would call him.
Drew Bowser looking to change that up here as he steps in with 2 away, and that's going to be a called strike. 92. You want to look at a future MLB star. You're looking at Brody McCullough on the mound right now.
Wait a second. That's 8 outs. All 8 via strikeout.
Well.
Oh, no.
No, bad math,
Gosh,
guy. I was going to let
dang
you correct yourself there.
Hey,
3
you're-
2/3
dang it.
equates to 11 outs.
I thought about that for a while, too.
Yeah.
I sat here and I calculated.
Gee.
Saw the gears turning.
Swing.
And a miss, and that's going to be a 2-1. That wasn't a swing and a miss. Okay, we didn't need to check that one.
No, we didn't.
2-1, 2
just
away.
for good measure there from Campbell. All right, so all but 3 outs.
Yes.
What do you want from
correct.
me? What do you want from me?
Well,
Good math? I took ideas in mathematics. We didn't do them. We talked about what it'd be like to do them.
that one's chopped up the middle. Patel charging in. He makes the throw to first in time to end the inning. Welcome to the Brody McCullough Show, where it's nothing but punchies. 4 innings of shutout baseball for Brody. 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. As we head to the bottom of the 4th, Harbor Hawks bats coming up to the plate on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. But before we get there, we're going to toss it over to our sideline reporter, Bria Losick.
Thanks, guys. Well, it's 4th of July weekend, and not only is it our nation's founding, but it's also the annual hot dog eating contest in New York. I asked the guys pregame in the dugout who would win a hot dog eating contest between all of the Harbor Hawks, and it was a resounding in resounding favor of Magdal Cotto, the pitcher from Kentucky. I asked Coach B.J. Johnson why, and he said, "You would be surprised how much that man can eat pregame." Now, the Harbor Hawks will not be having a hot dog eating contest. That might interfere with some game time performance tomorrow, but you can catch them at YD tomorrow for the 4th of July game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Bria. Another great report from the sideline. Thank you to Mike Maynard, one of our unsung heroes, our 3rd producer, getting that shot set up for us.
That's always good. You know, Bria, obviously us, we all as the producers and broadcasters get plenty of credit on the broadcast, but Mike seldom does. Mike is always the one down there setting up our dugout shot where we get the batters and a new angle, and he always helps Bria out, too, at the sideline hits. So a big shout-out to the unsung hero, really, of our crew, Mike Maynard.
Mike.
Where did that come from? Oh. His mic's hot. I didn't know that went out of the air. Coming up for the Harbor Hawks, though, how about Nolan Shaniel, a guy out of FAU who's got a couple of extra base hits the last few days.
3-4-5 due up. Good chance to get their first hit of the ball game.
Oh, that's interesting, astute observation.
What was that? The 3-4-5 part?
No.
No
Which
hits?
part?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, they have good on base twice. It was a hit by pitch and a walk. 2 walks, actually. Shaniel has 1 of them.
All 3 runners stranded?
Unfortunately. There's a ball in the dirt. Markle's been good on the mound tonight. He just hasn't been able to find his control as much as he'd like, hence the 2 walks and a hit by pitch, but he's been missing bats. 1-0 to Nolan Shaniel. Here's the pitch from the left-hander. That's also a ball. 2-0.
I mean, it's been a bit of a strikeout fest. I'd say, what? 10 strikeouts combined.
That
Wow.
is correct.
That's a lot.
Here's the 2-0 to Shaniel. Yeah, nope, that's a ball. 3-0.
Just to point out again, this crowd is awesome.
Electric.
Awesome.
Well, they're here to see Steve Peralt's first pitch.
Yeah.
Biggest, I'd say, biggest attendance weekends of the year.
Yeah. 4th of July coming up tomorrow.
Called strike. 3-1. Probably had the red light all the way there.
You guys have plans for the 4th?
I am working. And then we're hanging out.
Yeah,
all 3
I do. It's a baseball game, actually.
Yeah.
You can't leave your house because of the traffic.
I will be. Here's the 3-1. That's ball 4. Shaniel's 2nd walk of the night.
Now, here's a spot where the Harbor Hawks, with a runner on, nobody out, need to start producing runs. That was not an issue in the middle part of the season. Those first 5 games, that's where the Harbor Hawks really struggled. They've gotten back into that now. If Hyannis can get in the groove they were in for the 9-game non-losing streak, where they were not stranding guys, getting timely hits, they'll be all right. But in these last 12 innings or so, that you just haven't seen it.
That'll bring up a 2018 MLB draft selectee by the Chicago Cubs in the form of Jacob Campbell. That one gets off Gonzalez, but Shaniel's not going anywhere. And Drake, to hit on that again, 10 hits last night, but just 1 run.
Right.
10 hits will win you most of your games here in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Not against Katuitt when you can't scratch home any more than 1.
Well, they weren't timely hits was the problem.
They had a couple here and there, but a lot of runners stranded with 1 out, which is the killer.
I think the calculation was 15 runners stranded.
I believe it was
astronomical.
Yes, 15 runners stranded.
See if the Hawks can change their fortune tonight. Still searching for their first hit, but they have 4 base runners who have reached safely. Here's the 1-0 from Markle. That's going to miss outside as the lefty starting to have some control issues, and that'll prompt a mound visit from the catcher Gonzalez.
Michael Sansone.
Yes.
Who we've mentioned a million times.
Noted friend of the broadcast.
A million times. 88 miles an hour, tops from the left side. Markle, 88 miles an hour from the left side. Not only is it guys that throw in the high 80s that give the Harbor Hawks fits, it's specifically southpaws that do so. You're seeing it again here today. The control has been the issue for Markle. Past that, the Harbor Hawks have not been able to get on base.
I mean, let's not act like this is just a Hyannis thing. Both Sansone and Markle have been pretty much lights out throughout the league. So it's just interesting to see the guys that throw the way that they do succeed to the level that they have in the Cape Cod Baseball.
Yeah.
Mound visit will conclude as we get some nice music in between.
Yeah. What is that?
Not a John Philip Sousa like we got every other pitch in Wareham?
It was just between the innings, but yeah, it was a lot of Philip Sousa.
Don't know him.
Really?
Nice guy.
Never met the guy. He died a couple years back. Sousaphone, namesake, actually.
Here's a 2-0 to Campbell. Went after it, made contact, but it's foul tipped and hung on to by Gonzalez to bring the count to 2-1.
There has to be a science as to why these exact kinds of pitchers are the folks that Cape Cod League bats struggle against so much.
2-1, a hesitant swing by Campbell, but he went around, so the count will even at 2-2.
I mean, what? Sansone's ERA with Fairfield was what, mid-4s? Something like that?
Don't know. Haven't seen him since opening day, so I don't really...
Hope that guy's doing well, by the way.
Connor Markle, his ERA in 2 seasons at Grand Canyon, better conference than whatever Fairfield's in. 5.66. His ERA with 2 seasons on the Cape, 2.3. Holy smokes. Grand Canyon in the WAC.
Don't know.
Western Athletic Conference.
That's it. Yep, the WAC. 2-2, nobody out. Nolan Shaniel, the 3-hitter who has walked twice today, gets his lead off first. Pickoff move by Markle, and Shaniel will walk back to the bag. On deck for the Harbor Hawks is Cole McConnell. Jacob Campbell is one of the most talented catchers in the entire Cape Cod Baseball League and in all of Division I baseball, as the 2-2 is swung on and missed. As Campbell goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning.
Again, you've got a runner standing over there on first base. Want to try to advance him and then put a couple on the board here, especially early against a YD team that's so good offensively. And now you get another opportunity for something out of Cole McConnell, who's now 15 for 50. He's gotten back to 300 after dipping below for a few games.
Cole McConnell had a nice day yesterday in Katuitt, also had a double there. Breaking ball, called strike, 0-1 to the LA Tech star, who hit .336 there in 2022, .417 on base. And speaking of Louisiana Tech, yesterday's starter Jonathan Fincher enjoying his last day here in Hyannis today before he heads out. He was taking it in before the game. I talked to him about the season he had as McConnell fouls that one off. And for Fincher, this was a bucket list item for him. He's a guy who wanted to come up to the Cape to have this experience. It couldn't have been better. He loves it up here. He made his 3 starts. And for Finch, he's enjoying one last day with his teammates here. He said he wouldn't rule out coming back to visit for the championship and is definitely going to be watching some of the broadcasts.
Yeah, he said moved his flight to tomorrow. It was originally scheduled for this morning. With the rain delay, or the possibility of a rain delay from yesterday, decided to move that flight back so he could throw.
That's going to miss. A fastball tried to freeze him, 1-2.
He came up before the game, had a hot dog in his hand, and goes, he approached me, which Fincher has yet to do. You can see he's really relaxed.
He did
really
that to me
relaxed.
today
He
as
goes,
well.
he goes, hey. I was like, Fincher, what's up? He goes, guess what I'm doing today? I was like, I don't know. He goes, I'm just watching the game. Had a hot dog in hand, too.
He was in such a good mood.
Yeah, he
before the
was.
game.
He was. He was like, I'm leaving tomorrow. Oh.
And that one's going to hit Cole McConnell. Another hit by pitch, the third one today. And that makes 2 Louisiana Tech outfielders that have been hit. Matulia, now McConnell, puts runners on first and second, 1 away. I mean, the Hawks have to get a run in here. They have stranded so many runners across the last 13 innings or so.
I'm sure that Justin Hyannis is sitting there somewhere in the bullpen going, I taught them how to do that.
Yeah, we don't get team hit by pitch statistics to see who the leaders are across the Cape Cod Baseball League, but Hyannis is certainly up there thanks to one Hyannis.
Well, YD was plunked 7 times in a game by Harwich not too long ago.
There's returning the favor here.
I do have hit by pitch statistics.
Really? You got those? Who gave them to you?
Yeah, guy named Point, last name Streak.
What's his middle name, huh?
He grounds at 1 back to the mound, could be 2. Markle couldn't get out of the glove, goes to second for 1, throw to first, not in time. Fielder's choice is going to put runners on first and second now with 2 away. So do you want those numbers?
Yeah, you know what? Give them to me if you want.
All right, so YD tied for first in the league, 19 hit by pitches.
7 of which came in 1 game.
Yeah, that is correct. And then Hyannis sits at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 13.
You got to teach me how to find that.
So Point.
Team batting totals
Streak.
and point streak.
Team batting totals, and you're going to click that little arrow that says next.
That is exactly where I am right here.
HP on the left. I see it right there.
All right. Thank you, guys. Pleasure playing.
Yeah.
See you next year.
2 outs for Dom Patelli. He lined out to the right side of the infield, and earlier in the game he drops a bunt with 2 outs. It's a good one. Coming home is Shaniel will throw to first. Not in time. Runners going to third. The throw across the diamond is going to get Pepe to end the inning, but a run comes home on a beautiful bunt by Dom Patelli.
You take him any way you can get him right now, but how about the foresight to bunt with two outs?
That's the 2-out bunt right there from Patelli. What a beaut it was, too. Really gutsy call from Eric Beatty, and it pays off.
So from Patelli gets credited with an RBI single.
7th RBI of the year.
7th of the year. The Hawks take a 1-0 lead, and when we come back, it's the possible final act of the Brody McCullough Show at McKeon Park. We'll see you in just a moment. Welcome back to McKeon Park. Austin Nakuda alongside Zach Berman and Drake Toll for the top of the 5th inning. And if you like strikeouts, you are in the right place. Brody McCullough back on the mound. 4 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs, and 8 punch-outs.
Here's something fun. If I had told you on July 3rd, year of our Lord 2022, that Dominic Patelli would be tied for the team lead in RBIs, would you have believed me?
Yes.
Called strike.
Well, it's Patelli, Justin Hyannis, and Tito Flores up at the top with 7 RBIs apiece.
I think Flores had 7 since about June 10th.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Since the season, before the season started.
The season started June 13th.
Here's the 0-1 from Brody. That's a breaking ball, and it is a ball high, 1-1.
And as I look at point streak right now, I can confirm every active Harbor Hawk bat has recorded at least 1 RBI.
Way to be. Here's the 1-1 to Jordan Thompson, the third baseman. He pops it up mile high towards the Right side, Nishida drifts back, and he makes the catch, heading back into the outfield for out number 1. Good start by Brody.
Brody McCullough. 67 pitches.
I thought you were going to say is good at baseball.
Well, that also applies. 46 of them for strikes right now. 21 for balls. Put those numbers together. 67. Hey, the pitch count's kind of up there, though. You know, a lot of these guys are nipped at either 60 or 75.
Or even innings,
unless
too,
you're
called strike.
Or nipped at 115 if you're the the
Cade Morris.
Sound of 77 on that. Wow.
That's the curveball. He doesn't throw it a ton.
Doesn't throw it that much.
No, but when he does, get down to 77.
There it is again at 77. How about that? A couple of strikes, and Brody's ahead of Jack Costello.
Jack Costello.
That's
Good
him.
name.
Yeah, solid name.
Very, you know, like the good guys. Is that what it's called? Goodfellas?
Not related to Elvis Costello?
Not Goodfellas.
Here's the 0-2, and he swings and misses. Ball gets away from Campbell. He'll clean it up to first, and it is in time. Strikeout 2-3 on the putout, and Brody's got his 9th punch-out of the day.
Well, have yourself a day, Brody McCullough. My goodness.
Looking at the league leaders for strikeout coming into the game today. So we don't know live. Obviously, things can change at any point in time. But Brody McCullough for the Harbor Hawks has already been on that leaderboard at multiple points in time this season. McCullough currently sits at 15 strikeouts, which is top 15. Now with 9 more, he's at 24. The current league lead, Kelly, is at 25.
And he's no longer here, so
Exactly.
Brody can eclipse him.
There's another strike, and that's to Fernando Gonzalez, the catcher, who is 0 for 1 with a punch-out to this point.
Jared Lyons is also up there. Played yesterday. Actually got the loss against Wareham. Got knocked around for 4 earned runs.
Fouled off, 0-2, and Brody McCullough working quickly and is 1 strike away from another 1-2-3 inning.
Outside high fastball. Give it to me, Brody.
Brody, for the sake of Zach Berman,
high outside
do
fastball.
it, please.
We'll see where McCullough goes here on 0-2 with 2 away. McCullough confirms the sign from Campbell, winds up and fires an 0-2. That's popped foul out of play, so we'll have to do it again. Was that 92? You got your fastball.
I got my fastball.
You did. Went around on it, too.
See where he goes here. Got a few different pitches in the arsenal. A curveball down to 77, a slider at 83.
Maybe he'll give you the knuckleball for the first time this season. An ephus, if you will.
Don't know if we'll get the ephus yet. We will get a breaking ball. It's just going to miss a bit. 1-2.
Just want to bring up some stats on
Austin.
Yep.
Where'd that miss?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Brody McCullough now.
Here's the 1-2 with 2 away. Fouled off.
Brody McCullough. Opposing bats are batting 135 against Brody McCullough. That is the lowest out of all the starters in this roster.
That was coming into the game.
Coming into the game.
He's only allowed 1 hit tonight through 4 2/3. McCullough looking to retire Gonzalez. Gets the signs. Winds up. Here's the 1-2. In the dirt. 2-2. The count evens up. Gonzalez proving to be a tough customer at the plate. 1-0, the Harbor Hawks lead it. It was a bunt single with 2 outs by Patel in the last half inning to get the run home. McCullough looking to keep it at a 1-0 lead for his squad. Here's the 2-2.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Where'd that one miss?
I'll just let the ballpark sounds tell you where that one was.
Yeah. Sometimes people blink. Things happen in life. Mistakes are made.
Full count now as Gonzalez has worked his way back from 0-2. Here's the windup and the full count pitch from McCullough. That's flied to left field. Patelli drifts back, Pepe in, and Pepe will make the catch in left center field to end the inning. Brody McCullough is money. 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 9 strikeouts on the day, and his Harbor Hawks are ahead 1-0 on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When you need a better place to work, Cape Space is the place to turn. In today's changing work environment, shared workspaces offer a flexible and affordable alternative to conventional office space. At Cape Space, we offer a wide range of membership packages to suit your professional needs. complete with office amenities like high-speed Wi-Fi, coffee, printing stations, reception service, and private meeting rooms. Visit our website today to learn more.
UFOS Active Recovery. Because life keeps you on your toes. Because you want to shine when you rise. UFOM technology absorbs impact with every step, so your body doesn't have to. Because standing still gets you nowhere. Get yours today at ufos.com. Feel better. Feel the U.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th inning from McKeon Park. Austin Nakuda, Drake Toll, and Zach Berman in the broadcast booth as Markle is back on the mound for the YD Red Sox.
Wasn't that Markle? Isn't that the royal princess?
I believe her name is Megan.
Megan.
Yeah.
Markle.
Look at me,
Yes.
trivia.
Yeah, it's the same last name. Yeah, Markle. You think there's any relation there?
I don't know, but Zach Berman.
I bet if anybody knows, it's Zach Berman.
Yeah.
And
No,
he
it's not,
found
it's
it.
not spelled the same.
How do you spell Meghan Markle?
Yeah.
M-A-R-K-L-E, I believe.
How confident are you in that?
Yeah, we're gonna.
If you had to put money on it right now,
I'd put
how many
50 bucks.
Massachusetts state lottery tickets?
Meghan Markle, M-A-R-K-L-E.
I don't
There it is.
think we see that on the screen yet.
There it is.
There's a Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center live shot in there.
Well, nevertheless, it's Connor Markle without the E
Yep.
on the end.
No
on the
matter
mound.
what.
Yeah. However you spell Megan does not matter.
Changes nothing about this game.
Nope, sorry. Here comes Phil Mantulia to lead us off here in the bottom of the 5th. He'll go after a breaking ball from the left-hander and come up empty 0-1.
Look at that shot of Phil Matulia. It just doesn't look anything
just looks like an
like him.
imposter.
What's the Princess Diaries? No, the Princess Bride.
Inigo Montoya?
Yes,
My father,
exactly,
prepare to die?
actually.
Mantulia pops it up, ranging over as Thompson is going to camp under and make the catch. For out number 1, Mantulia goes down on the pop-up to third.
You can't sneak a Princess Bride reference past me.
No, I wasn't going to sneak it past you. I was actually asking, and you got it. You landed it right home. You knew what I was talking about.
I had no clue.
You've never seen The Princess Bride, have you?
You have not. He's never seen a single movie.
I've seen Minions.
The Rise of Gru?
The Rise of...
No chance.
Drake FaceTimed me while you guys were there
Drake,
last
there
night,
were
and I
people
watched
at the
entire
theater
movie.
dressed as minions.
You guys were 2 of them. So
No, no.
Yes, you were,
No.
Zach Berman. Don't lie to me. Riku Nishida at the plate. He had a bunt that moved a runner-up earlier in the ballgame. This time with nobody on base, we might see the future Oregon Ducks swinging away.
I am falling in love with these expanded stats that.
Oh boy! Don't let him find the OPS tab.
Nope.
Well, I'm not
Zach
finding
Berman
the
has
OPS
discovered
tab.
a new point streak feature.
I can confirm.
The 1-0 to Nishida. That's gonna.
Oh,
miss.
hey, guy.
2-0.
That's just. All right.
We'll take it. You'll take it.
Okay.
2-0 to Riku. Hitters count for a guy who is definitely a hitter at the dish. That's going to miss outside.
Yeah.
3-0. If there's ever a red light, Riku Nishida on 3-0 is not going to swing the bat.
You think
Well, of
volleyed
course,
this-
he leads the team in walks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
of
is
course.
True. Ball 4 to Riku. Add another one to the tally for Nishida. He led to first base with 1 away, and we're back to the top of the order.
Riku's
walk of the year.
Yeah, his batting average right now sits at 234. Not elite by any means whatsoever. Pretty average for the Cape Cod League, really. But his OBP is impeccable.
He came in at 357. Now he's reached base in 1 of 2 plate appearances, so that's
Yeah.
going to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't know the math on it because I'm not a big math guy,
Right.
but can confirm it's now higher than 357.
Yep.
And
Well
there's
said.
Riku over at first, getting his pretty large lead, as he likes to do. With a left-handed pitcher on, he's got to be careful. He's been picked off a couple times over there. With Mitch Jeb, top of the order up. Jeb's 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base as Riku dives back safely. If you're just joining us, Austin Nakuda alongside Zach Berman and Drake Toll, live from Hyannis, Massachusetts, the capital of Cape Cod.
Mosso Menos, mostly moss.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Yeah. That will play.
Yes, it will.
Another pickoff move. Nishida's back in safely once again.
Oh, look at the beautiful Judy Walden Scaraphile field there and the sun going down.
And Steve Peralta joined us earlier. Said it himself. What a beautiful field we have.
Yeah.
He complimented it. He said,
It's weird.
I mean,
Beautiful field, isn't it?
yeah,
Wouldn't you know?
a lot of people.
Some people don't agree.
A lot of people at the ballpark tonight here to
And they're
take
wrong.
that one's in the dirt. Nishida's going to go. The throw is offline, and Riku is in safely. Maybe a little bit of a delayed steal, but it works out to the Harbor Hawks' favor as Nishida swipes second.
I'm not sure that the Harbor Hawk coaching staff had actually put that one in play, but the ball barely got away from Gonzalez, and Riku said, all right, fine. And it worked out well because Gonzalez kind of spazzed out a little bit, threw the ball almost away from Haas at short.
Good read by Riku. That's his 8th steal of the year. He's got an 80% success rate swiping.
So mathematically,
8 for 10.
fraction-wise,
Carry the one.
8 for 10.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Runner in scoring position with one away and a 1-0 count. To Mitch Jebb, he'll halt it swinging on that one, but it will be a called strike 1-1.
Markle's current pitch count, 65. Not bad.
He's been efficient, just one hit.
Yeah. 33 strikes, 34 strikes, 32 balls.
Yeah, that's the thing. His control hasn't been there.
No, not
he does
exactly
have
what you want.
4 walks and 2 hit by pitches, but just 1 run for the Hawks to show for it. 2-1 now to Jebb.
You tell me the Hawks have been leaving guys on base today?
Yes, they have.
Unfortunately, they have.
They only have 1 hit the whole game, and it was a bunt.
Really?
A productive bunt, of course.
That's
it was
what
the
they're telling
RBI
us.
single by
Huh.
Patel.
Is that on the expanded batting stats there?
Director of Operations Mazak Darvari just sent me the YD scouting report. 5 innings into this game. Thank you, Mazak.
Big shout out to the youngest director of baseball operations in the entirety of the Cape Cod Baseball League as Jebb swings at that one. It's going to go foul down the first base line, so he'll retreat to the batter's box, and Riku will reset at second base.
Riku was almost a couple steps off a third. He was thinking of coming home there.
Yeah, he could have, but it would not change the fact that he'd have to go all the way back to second.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're Riku Nishida, you are one of the few players in this league that, hey, if that stays fair, maybe you can try and come home. And not many players on Cape Cod or in Wareham are going to come close to making that safe.
True.
What a great camera shot there of Mitch Jebb, the Michigan State third baseman, who was in a 2-2 count with 1 away and a runner in scoring position. Markle comes set now, waits the 2-2. Jebb rests the bat on his shoulder. Pickoff move, they got Nishida. Picked off second. Now he's in a pickle. The throw to third is got Riku for out number 2, and that is a costly mistake by Riku Nishida.
Solid pickoff move. Nishida was caught from jump. And that just doesn't go your way there for the Harbor Hawks again. You get a guy in scoring position, and imagine that. You can't do much with it. But still, Mitch Jebb at the plate here. Possibility of sparking a 2-out rally.
Still a good shot for the Hawks to do something here against a guy who is now allowed 7 base runners, but only 1 has come home. Here's the 2-2 to Jebb. Gonna miss outside. Count will move to full at 3-2. Gonzalez took a while to throw that one back to Markle, as he's certainly having a conversation with home plate umpire Doug Ism about where that one missed, but for the Hawks, they're fortunate that it did. 3-2, 2 away. The leadoff man, Mitch Jebb, at the dish.
That's tough. It's the second time in 24 hours the Hawks have had a guy picked off at second.
Here's the payoff pitch from Markle. It's going to be hit on the ground to short. Going to be a tough play by Haas to throw on the run across the diamond. Not in time, but a fine job to even get to that ball and put a good throw on. With the speed of Mitch Jebb, he beats it out for just the second hit of the night for Hyannis.
Yeah, Haas right there. Credit to him for going so deep at shortstop to be able to get that baseball, but then the throw across the diamond, bit of a rainbow. Tough to do off the back foot and on the run. And now you get another runner on for Hyannis and Tito Flores at the dish. Hopefully Flores can keep the 2-out rally going. This is where the Harbor Hawks had so much success a week ago against Chatham. 2-out rallies were huge in a game 1 that the Harbor Hawks ended up winning 7-1, I think.
Yeah. Tito Flores, 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a pop-up. He'll watch that one sail outside for a ball. There is action in the YD bullpen, as is in the Harbor Hawk bullpen. It's the new right-hander for Hyannis, Isaiah Rhodes, warming up. Unconfirmed as to who the righty is, warming up down the right field in the YD arm barn. There's Flores, and he swings through that one, 1-1 the count.
Tito, .311 batting average now. 0 for 2 today, but has been the most consistent batter on this team, far and away.
1-1 to Flores in the dirt. A lot of pitches being thrown by Markle tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you've thrown 36 balls to 37 strikes, not really what you look for, but still you've only given up 1 run to this point.
That wind really picking up now, blowing out to right center field. See if one of these Hawks can get a ball up in that jet stream, and maybe it will carry all the way to the harbor. 2-1. 2 down in the inning, and your leadoff man, Mitch Jebb, over at first base with Tito Flores up to bat. You see the shifted infield to Tito, who's primarily a pole hitter. Here's the 2-1 to Flores. He goes through that off-speed pitch, that is, at 78 to even the count at 2-2. Markle comes set. Here comes the 2-2. And Tito goes through that one, swings and misses to end the inning. The Hawks had a couple opportunities, but come up empty here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll take it to the 6th inning on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
This is your time to change your career, to advance your skills, to follow your dream. Curry College continuing in graduate studies. Tomorrow is coming. Be ready.
I'm defeated, feel mistreated. I'm so angry, I'm singing a song. 'Cause I'm paying so much for home internet, and that's just wrong.
I've got T-Mobile home internet. I feel happy. Great. Very happy.
Good for you.
Look how much money I'm saving right now.
Wait, really?
There's no hidden fees, no price hikes, one cord.
Bro, wow.
Internet without BS.
Welcome back, and welcome to Hyannis, to the new pitcher on the mound, the right-hander Isaiah Rhodes.
Hey!
30 in the 3rd innings pitched this season at Southern Miss. He had a pretty solid year, a 4.15 ERA, primarily a reliever. Did work 4 2/3 one time, but mostly going to see him in short stints. He had a pretty solid strikeout ratio with 38 of those, but 16 walks for the young right-hander. Mazdak Dervari informing us that this was his first start of the year. We talked it before the game. They said they like what Rhodes has. The arm slot's a little bit different. Could definitely keep hitters confused at the plate with how that arm slot comes way down. We'll see how Rhodes fares in his Cape Cod debut.
Well, it's also important that he's pitched well in summer wood bat ball in the past, and he did just that last year with the Vermont Lake Monsters of the Futures League.
The Futures League, yes. Vermont's a relatively new team to that league as well.
Hey, he threw in 22 games, all in relief last year. 3.48 ERA. Strikeout ratio, though. 31 strikeouts to just 12 walks.
Does that simplify?
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
30,
15 to
how many?
6.
What was the ratio?
31 to 12.
Yeah, 15 to
31
6.
to 12.
Oh,
I heard
31.
32, yeah. Or I heard 30.
Also, 5 hit by pitches.
That doesn't simplify.
10 hit by pitches this past year,
Oh.
21 plate appearances, or 21 mound appearances for Southern Miss. So
30 in a 3rd innings pitch.
21 mound appearances?
21 appearances.
Appearances. Okay. I was thinking mound visits.
Back to the top of the order, and that's Caden Connor, the right fielder, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of punch-outs on the line. And Rhodes throws a ball to start off his Cape career.
Rhodes was 3-0. Southern Miss.
Doesn't lose. He'll fit in well here in Hyannis.
Well,
1-0.
he's 7-2 in his career, so.
Okay.
He does lose. Just
Didn't
not
could have just
often.
ended
Yeah,
at 3-0.
Lost at Vermont twice.
Okay. Well, thanks, Drake.
Yeah, 100%.
What's he got going on with those socks? A little bit different.
Well, one is higher than the other. His left sock is lower than his right sock.
Keen observation.
1-1 hit on the ground to Nishida. He bobbles it, recovers, makes a throw in time, and Rhodes retires the first batter he faces on Cape Cod.
No, that is a great point. He fixed it now. He fixed it now.
I mean, maybe he
Well,
hurt us.
we do have
He's
a-
getting used to the new pants.
Yeah, the problem is a lot of the guys, their first day, they get whatever pants are clean.
Pretty much.
So you might get one a little too big, and that's what seems to be going on with our pal over there, Isaiah Rhodes.
Or if somebody goes home, then you get those pants.
Yep.
I mean,
Took
yeah,
Don
the
Patel
equipment-
2 weeks
yeah.
to get pants that were
A jersey
appropriate.
that was the
Jersey,
right
yeah,
size.
jersey. Here's Hunter Haas, the 2-hitter. He's 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a strikeout.
Sounds of the ballpark. A seagull coming by.
Rhodes is an accounting major at Southern Miss. How about that? He's a numbers guy, unlike
Yeah.
us. That's a called strike, 1-1.
Hey, you see again that breaking ball from an arm slot that's coming to you from the side. Coming in on the righties. Really good stuff and putting that in the zone.
1-1 to Haas. There's the fastball in the dirt at 83, 2-1. His arm action in the side, kind of sidearm in a way. Not
Right.
really full submarine, but
Right.
a little bit lower arm slot. Even when he's only throwing, up to 86 or whatever, it looks a lot faster and it's definitely deceptive.
From McKinney High School. In McKinney, Texas.
You know where that is, Drake?
Yes. I've been there a couple of times.
Anywhere near Baylor?
No. Sorry, I was transparently had an almond, and then when you mentioned the sock disparity for Rhodes,
Got it going on again here on the 3-1, and hey, you talked about the hit by pitches coming
Yep.
into the inning, and
Hello.
there's another one.
Watch out.
And that will put Hunter Haas aboard. As
Isaiah's just putting the rest of the league on notice.
Yeah.
Saying, look, I'm going to come out here, you got to get off my plate. Intimidation factor.
That's how you establish it out of the gate. That's the fourth combined hit by pitch today between these two teams.
Yeah.
Well, if you call a strikeout a punchy, is a hit by
Oh,
pitch a
hello.
plunky?
Hello.
Plunky.
Look at the pants now. He
Now-
said,
now the
I'm
socks
done.
are all the way
I'm
down.
not even dealing with it. He
Yeah.
pulls the pants out of the socks, drops them down.
Yeah.
The Isaiah Rhodes sock gate.
Chase Meadroth at the dish once again. He's 0 for 2 tonight, much like many of his teammates.
Chase, you what?
That's a ball. 1-0, 77 on the breaking ball.
Isaiah Rhodes looking to make a career out of throwing from Southern Miss. You know who else went to Southern Miss and
I
made a
don't.
career out of throwing? That would be former NFL Pro Bowl quarterback Brett Favre.
Yep.
He's pretty good at throwing.
That's a segue.
Here's the 1-0. That's going to miss. 2-0, 84 there on the fastball.
James Bell, please return to the concession stand. James Bell to the concession stand.
That was a new one.
Fell?
Yeah, we got a James Fell listening out there. Please go to the concession stand.
You know who else is an
You
alum
have
of
won a
Southern
free hot
Miss?
dog.
Jimmy Buffett, believe it or not.
What is about Jimmy
I don't.
Buffett?
No, he graduated from Southern Miss.
Oh, Southern Miss. Here's the 2-0. Called strike, 2-1 with one away.
Drake strikes me as a Jimmy Buffett guy. Austin, not so much.
Volcano, good song.
I don't know.
Oh,
What do you not know?
turn you up there. Go ahead. Continue.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not going to finish it.
You should sing the national anthem at some point this year.
Not happening.
It
No.
is happening.
Yeah, it's happened
Yes.
once.
Didn't you sing it in Fremont?
And Sioux Falls,
Yeah, and
actually.
the other guy
Sioux
pitched.
Yeah.
2-1.
Oh,
Called
Good
strike.
pitch.
2-2.
76.
That's the Expedition League. Zach lost a bet how to sing the national anthem. The
Yep.
guy that
David
usually
Co-
sings it got to start the game
No,
on the
no,
mound.
no. David Coyer, the former broadcaster.
Welcome to the Expedition
of
League.
now
there-
defunct
Here's
Sioux
your-
Falls Sunfish.
Yeah. Head cook was the play-by-play that game.
Makes sense. Hey, if you get a chance while you're after you grilled the hot dogs, we need a shortstop.
Yeah, no, he walked the bases loaded and then got yanked.
Good.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2 with one away. That's going to be outside for ball. Count's going to run to full to Chase Meadroth.
What did they do when they yanked him? Put in the social media guy?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
I wouldn't be surprised. Expedition League, shout out.
I took BP. Didn't end well.
Wow.
Bingo. Berman BP.
Yeah, it took BP in Grand Forks.
Where is that?
Grand Forks.
University of
Not
North
just
Dakota.
any Forks. They are grand. The 3-2 runner goes. It's hit foul down the left field line, out of play.
Got to be careful with that one, as that was
just barely missed a couple of fans over there, and now there's a race to find the baseball, get a souvenir.
3-2.
Grand Forks. You ever been to OK Forks?
Mediocre Forks.
Rhodes comes set. 3-2, 1 away. Runner's going to go again. The pitch is hit high and deep to left field. Rocco Pepe's on the run. He's not going to get there. It's going to get down and off the wall. Runner's going to be waved around. Coming in to score. Here's a throw to the plate. Not close, and it gets over the head of Campbell, but luckily Rhodes is there to back it up. So it's an RBI double by Chase and Meadroff, and we are all tied at 1 apiece.
Well, you saw in the previous pitch that Meadroff was sitting breaking ball, and he fouled it away, but it was a long foul ball. So he was clearly watching that exact pitch. He got it again in the zone and almost hit it out. That's a metal bat home run, but here it's a long, loud RBI double.
Well, that's once you can get a nose on that breaking ball, you know it's coming, and it's coming in on your hands. It's still hanging up a little bit, too. I mean, it's not – the velo on that ball is not elite, and that's where he was able to get a whole lot of contact off of that one over Rocco Pepe's head.
Here comes Kevin Ohm out to the mound for a visit with Isaiah Rhodes. Rhodes started off the inning by getting the leadoff man, Caden Connor, to ground out, followed it up with a hit by pitch to Hunter Haas, and then on the hit and run, it was a double that we just saw from the 3-hitter Meadroff. Played it a run, and we're tied at 1 apiece, and the line is identical for these two teams. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, nothing more than that.
See, Brewster 9 and Harwich 5 in the bottom of the 7th. Bourne 2, Wareham 2, all knotted up in the bottom of the 5th. Katuitt losing to Falmouth in the bottom of the 6th, 3-0. Chatham down to Orleans, 1-0 in the top of the 5th. And then 1-1 here between Hyannis and YD. YD Red Sox, Yarmouth Dennis, but if you ask anybody else anywhere else, it's Dennis Yarmouth.
Yeah, that's quite the controversy.
Is Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth? I think it's in Yarmouth, yeah.
It is.
Not in Dennis.
It's in
No,
Yarmouth.
it's actually in Buzzards Bay, the rest of the ballpark.
It's in Truro.
It's a shame that
Trurro's
Bourne
beautiful.
doesn't have a
Ever been out
baseball team. You ever been to Bourne? I haven't,
I haven't.
actually.
I've been to Buzzards Bay to see the Braves play.
I was like Google Maps there to get the
Yeah, I got
Zach Berman is pulling a map of the Earth on his laptop. Got to zoom in there a little bit.
Red Wilson Field is in South Yarmouth.
I just said that. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
It's in Yarmouth.
There's a delay.
Yeah. Bovey back at the plate. He's 1 for 2.
Oh. You guys ever have fun on these broadcasts?
No, not at all.
No.
Okay.
No.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh. What a really good take.
Somebody's
there by Bovey.
impressed by that take. Hopefully they say it again.
1-1, 1 away, and a man on second. Isaiah Rhodes on the mound. He finds the zone again. So the mound visit with Kevin Ohm seemed to work as Rhodes gets ahead of Bovey at 1 and 2.
I don't know.
Wow, hold on.
Oh, hello.
It's now 5-0 Falmouth.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
Well,
have we seen a fastball yet?
No.
No, we
Rhodes?
haven't. We've seen a couple of breaking pitches from Rhodes at 76 in the at-bat. Checks the runner at second. Now he comes home at 1 and 2. That's in the dirt. 2-2, 1 away.
Fastball 84.
That's where he's going to sit. I think it's between 82 to as high as 86.
Which that's given hitters trouble across the Cape this season.
That has. That's the deceptive 86.
Yep.
2-2, 1 away, and the man on second is Meadroff. Here's the pitch from Rhodes. It's going to miss low. 3-2 now to Bovey.
Not by much.
Yeah, it was low.
But
Mike Bovey has a large fan base in the crowd.
Yeah, a lot of Mike fans.
hey, we're Mike fans too.
Bovey?
Our producer Mike.
Here's the 3-2. And a called strike 3. The delayed strike call sends Bovey packing, and there's now 2 away.
Thank you very much, Mr. Home Plate Umpire, for that one. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Buenos noches. Go back to the dugout and re-rack the bat, as that's going to bring up Cole Carrig, who's 0 for 2, and pair of punch-outs on the day, and he was unfortunately had to face Brody McCullough twice, and as many of his teammates found out, it's not easy going when you're facing Brody.
Well, Brody's final line, 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. I'd say that will play.
Meadrith on second after his RBI double. Now 2 away as Isaiah Rhodes looks to work out of further trouble. That one's hit on the ground at first. There's Shaniel. He's going to take it to the bag himself. Not a bad debut by any means by Isaiah Rhodes. He does allow a run, but settles in nicely to record his first punch out of his Cape career in the end the inning. The score is now tied at 1 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 6th on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
A brilliant idea starts at the source. Through innovative design, we're taking steps to create a better future. Now, the pure fresh taste of Dasani comes in a redesigned bottle, up to 30% made from plants, and as always, it's 100% recyclable. Plant bottle, designed to make a difference.
Welcome back from McKeon Park, the home of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, as look who's still on the mound. That is the starter, Markle. Not Megan, but Connor.
Not related to Megan, per Zach Berman.
Yep.
Not sure we've completely confirmed that, but Markle's day has included 39 strikes, 36 balls, 5 total innings, and 1 earned run. So they're just going to let that guy throw for, he's at 75 pitches, typical cutoff. Not today.
There is, maybe, I don't know, go to a limb here. Lefty starting off the inning. Maybe he's just here to try to get Shaniel, the left-handed hitter, but he has walked Nolan twice today, so.
And nobody's throwing over in the bullpen.
Well,
there's some tossing going on.
First pitch misses low, 1-0.
But there's not some, what do you call it? Actual warming up.
Well, there is some warming up in the Hyannis bullpen. I can't get eyes on the number yet.
If you lock in long enough, might be able to. Here's the 1-0 to Shaniel in the dirt, 2-0.
Put the old oculars to the test.
And it's Wes Burton going into his bag, so he ain't warming up.
No.
Don't know if our pal Wes is hot tonight.
All right, can confirm official warming up happening in the bullpen, and we will have a pitching change.
Well, here comes Scott Pickler. He saw 2 balls from his starter, and he may have seen enough. We're going to see if it does result in a pitching change. That's what's expected. It was not just throwing, it was real warming up in the right field arm barn, and we will have a pitching change from McKeon Park. I think Pickler hasn't signaled over there. The reliever took 2 steps off the mound, started to go towards the mound, but now retreats to the bullpen mound.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Pickler is going to waste a visit out here.
No.
A little Beach Boys action, too.
Okay, I can confirm
you ever
it
surfed
is.
USA?
No, I have not, but I can confirm it's Jordy Allard warming in the Harbor Hawk bullpen.
Okay.
Well,
surfing USA?
Yeah, no, I've never.
Okay.
I've heard the song.
It's on right now.
You're
You
not a
heard
Beach
it again.
Boys guy?
Here.
Really?
I was just asking you.
Pickler now makes a change after about 90 seconds on the mound. Take as many pitches as you need out there in right field. And he'll finally take the ball from the starter, Connor Markle. So his day is done, and he did a good job at limiting the bats of the Harbor Hawks as we'll get you the final line on the left-hander Markle. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 4 walks, 4 punch-outs. He did hit 2 batters. But leaves the game tied at 1 apiece. We're going to take a brief break on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
What are you looking forward to? Adding a takeout window?
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement. Checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you.
This is your time to change your career, to advance your skills, to follow your dream. Curry College Continuing and Graduate Studies. Tomorrow is coming. Be ready.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
What do you guys think here?
What? What are you coming at?
About the new pitcher, Hackman.
I think his name is Owen Hackman, and he's wearing number 26. Although he's listed on point streak, he's wearing number 16. So
it's funny. We've never seen any wrong numbers this season.
Oh, not at all. That one's a called strike to Shaniel.
So the count is 2-1. They pulled him mid-count.
They've also charged the first 2 balls this batter to Hackman on point streak.
Ah, very nice.
Oh, okay.
2-1. Here's the pitch. Shaniel, that's going to miss low.
Yep, good call.
3-1.
So Owen Hackman
on the fastball.
Just to quickly get you through, good season. This is his 5th appearance. He's thrown a 1.58 ERA in his first 4 appearances with YD.
Yeah, one of their lockdown arms out of the YD arm barn. Here comes the 3-1 to Shaniel. And he hits that one high and deep. Right field, and he's going to watch it go. The first Cape Cod home run from Nolan Shaniel is a bomb, and it breaks the tie at 2-1.
Over the scoreboard for Nolan Shaniel.
Hey, we've been waiting for Shaniel to hit one out. He almost hit one out to tie the game yesterday. And that, you know, there are bombs and then there are absolute moonshots.
Tank. Nolan Shaniel just hit. We got to get the track man on that thing. That ball was absolutely crushed.
We got to get
Nolan
the track.
Shaniel. I want to know the distance on that thing.
500 to right.
Yeah, that ball was parked and it breaks the 1-1 tie. Hawks take the 2-1 lead. Welcome to the game, Hackman. That brings up Jacob Gamble.
Yeah, this guy just came in the ball game. Whoops. Let that one get away from you. Pay for that one early.
1-0 now to Jacob Campbell, who is 0 for 2. That lights up the ballpark a bit, doesn't it? The home run brings it back to life. Still a packed house. Nobody's left.
Really good crowd.
And they got a good game to feast their eyes on, as it's now 1-1 to Jacob Campbell.
And, well, Hackman doesn't really give up the long ball. He only gave up 4 homers this year and 43 innings pitched.
Yeah.
So, man, it's a breaking ball, and, I mean, Shaniel just tattooed the living snot out of that thing.
Hackman, no brother of Cal Hackman. This past season at Loyola Marymount, pretty good stuff. 2.68 ERA, 3-2 in those 43 2/3.
Campbell fouls it off. 2-2 the count. Lots of fastballs early from the right-hander, most of them at 91.
Man, how often is it on the Cape where you see a home run where you know it is gone off the bat? Not often.
Not
Only the
too
6th
often.
Hawk home run of the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Finally. First one we've seen of those since I was about 17.
Pretty confident to say it was the longest.
That ball was, I mean, absolutely crushed by
Over
Shaniel.
Judy Walden's Scarafile scoreboard.
2-2 hit on the ground by Campbell to third. There's Thompson. His throw across the diamonds in time for out number 1. Good bounce back by Hackman. Settles in nicely after the home run. And that'll bring up Cole McConnell, the LA Tech center fielder, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a hit by pitch.
That's only a 1-run lead for the Harbor Hawks, but we've mentioned already how on Cape Cod, runs come at such a minimum that even a 1-run lead feels, you feel confident. especially with the way the bullpen for the Harbor Hawks has been this year.
Yeah.
You're feeling good. Try to add a few more here, and you're in a nice spot.
McConnell sends that one to center field for a base hit. The Hawks, you bring somebody in who throws 91, 92, no problem now. As the
thank you very much. Woo!
Starter who threw about 88 is now out. Now the guy who's throwing 91, 92, and the Hawks are hitting them all over the arc.
Whatever it is about the Harbor Hawks and every team in this league not being able to hit 87-mile-an-hour fastballs, from Jack Hausinger to Michael Sansone to you name it, and the second someone comes out punching 95, that 92 to 95 range, you best watch out. These Harbor Hawks are ready for it.
That brings up Rocco Pepe, 0 for 2 tonight. Did reach on a fielder's choice, but was caught trying to go from first to third. Breaking ball, called strike at the outside part of the plate. Pepe didn't like it.
Now the problem for Hackman has mostly been the base on balls, but his control has looked pretty decent outside of, the one he hung over the middle of the plate.
0-1, one away. Runner goes, it's McConnell. The throw down to second by Gonzalez is not in time. Cole McConnell swipes a bag, and the Hawks have another man in scoring position.
Harbor Hawks can do a lot on the base pass. Number 3 in the league in stolen bases.
Yeah.
I mentioned Katuitt is first, Bourne second, Hyannis third. Came into the game with 29 stolen bases. YD has 24, so they're on the upper half of the league as well.
The crowd is so packed in here. People are standing around the ballpark to watch this one.
Beautiful night.
And they're watching a good team. We just talked about it. Harbor Hawks top 3 in a lot of categories this year. Here's the 0-1. Called strike to Pepe, 0-2.
I mean, it's a beautiful night. Two of the best teams in this league. It's a marquee matchup if I've ever seen one. You got a bit of a next-door neighbor rivalry going on. These two teams, YD and Hyannis, plenty of history between the two.
I think I found my purple pen, which I lost 3 days ago. I just see it on the backstop. Sorry.
On the backstop?
That's yours?
Right down there, yep, pretty sure.
No one's touched it for days.
The 1-2 in the dirt and block, 2-2. Very happy about that.
Hey, congrats, Austin.
Thank you.
Big night
fun.
for you,
Yeah,
and
time.
could be a big night for the Harbor Hawks with a win. They would be the second best team in the entire Cape Cod Baseball League, and with a win and a Katuitt loss, they would pull back within 3 games of the Kettleers. They currently trail Katuitt by 4 games.
Well, it effectively would undo last night.
Yeah, effectively, yeah. And you get YD again tomorrow. These are 2 of the top 3 teams on Cape Cod.
One of the toughest stretches of the season the Hawks are going to endure all summer.
Here's the 2-2. That one is cut on a miss by Pepe. So he goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Dom Patel now, who is 1 for 2 with a bunt single that brought a run home.
Well, there's your strikeout stuff from Hackman, I mean, this past season at Loyola Marymount, 51 strikeouts to 12 walks.
Yeah.
Not sure what that ratio is, but it's pretty good if I don't say so myself.
I think it's 51 to 12 would be the ratio.
Can you trim that down any further?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
Do not believe so. Patelli with a hit here would score McConnell. Be a really nice insurance run.
First pitch to Patelli, gonna miss. Way up and way out, 1-0.
Should Patelli do that, he would take the team lead in RBIs.
Ain't that something?
What if I told you that Dom Patelli could take the team lead in RBIs a couple weeks ago? Zach, I know you were already mentioning how that was an unassuming number from Patelli.
It is an unassuming number indeed, as he's tied with Hyannis.
Pickoff move to second. McConnell's back in. Standing athletic play made by Haas to prevent it from going into center field.
I mean, he's tied with Hyannis and Tito Flores for RBIs. Now,
Hi, Hyannis?
Hi, Hyannis.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Patelli only has 9 hits, or excuse me, 10 now at the bunt single this season. So he's still 7 behind Hyannis and 9 behind Tito Flores, and yet it's the same amount of RBIs as those two.
Here's the 1-0 to Patelli, fouled off. 1-1. McConnell over on second after a base hit and a stolen base. The Hawks now have the 2-1 lead thanks to a Nolan Shaniel solo home run. Oh.
Patel now today, he's the 8th Harbor Hawk to enter double digits in the hit column, joining Campbell, Nishida, Jeb, Shaniel, McConnell, Hyannis, and Tito.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast.
I'm not going to try it. Don't need to give myself an asthma attack.
Huh. Bingo. Pickoff move to second. Not in time.
Let's try that again. Tito Flores,
Oh,
Justin
we don't need
Hyannis,
to do that.
Cole McConnell, Nolan Shaniel, Mitch Jeb, Riku Nishida, Jacob Campbell.
We're naming all the players? I can keep. Let's
and
keep
now
going.
Dominic Patel.
Oh, okay.
Philip Matulia.
Yep.
Matulia,
AJ Guerrero.
6 hits on the year.
Oh.
Guerrero with, as they say up in Minnesota, a bagel, 0.
Wow.
The 1-1. That one skied to left field by Patel. He pretty well struck. Drifting back, it will stay in the yard. Making the catch on the warning track is Costello. But it was a Nolan Shaniel solo home run that gave the Hawks the lead.
2.58 ERA in his first 4 appearances with YD.
Yeah, one of their lockdown arms out of the YD arm barn. Here comes the 3-1 to Shaniel. And he hits that one high and deep. Right field, and he's going to watch it go. The first Cape Cod home run from Nolan Shaniel is a bomb, and it breaks the tie at 2-1.
Over the scoreboard for Nolan Shaniel.
Hey, we've been waiting for Shaniel to hit one out. He almost hit one out to tie the game yesterday. And that, you know, there are bombs, and then there are...
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records. My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family. There's no family like my family. Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, where amber waves of green. And Zach, you are covering the face of Austin. What's in the box? 7th inning special, where if you have never seen it, What's in the Box is a segment where we go over the press box here at McKeon, which is kind of a storage unit in itself, and find what we've got. And tonight's What's in the Box, brought to you by Honeydew Donuts, is a bunch of American flags and America stuff. It is America Weekend. The national holiday that is 4th of July is upon us, and we have no shortage of American flags here in the press box at McKeon Ballpark. What's in the box? They also kind of have some dandruff in them. You see I'm shaking it out there. It's like it's snowing. Something. That's kind of gross.
Well, What's in the Box, sponsored by Honeydew Donuts, is America. And who's on the mound is Jordy Allard. That's not sponsored by anybody, but what can you do?
Well, he's sponsored by Northeastern University, where he closes most of the time for... Oh, my gosh. You got...
Yeah, there's dandruff all over the American flags. I don't know what that is. It's like snakeskin. Oh, and it just kind of melts in your hand.
Flag residue?
It's dust. It's just dust, guys. Quit freaking out.
Hey, well, when something sits in the box for a long amount of time, you don't know how much.
This stadium was built in 1930, so looks like the American flags were put in here then. Oh, yeah, there's only 46 stars on them. That's what it is.
Fouled off. Bowser behind 1 and 2 to Jordy Allard, the Northeast star, who has really ascended to success. Yeah, that wasn't intended, but we'll take it. We've seen Allard kind of evolve into becoming a high-leverage reliever for the Hawks this summer. 2-0, 4 1/3 innings, just 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, and they'll check it first. He didn't go, 2-2.
I'll give you a strikeout ratio this past season at Northeastern.
Well, yeah.
58 strikeouts.
Come on. I want it.
58 strikeouts to 9 walks.
Oh, wow. That's electric.
It's electric. Is 58 divisible by 3?
No.
I wouldn't rule that out yet. The 2-2 is cut on and missed. How about another for Jordy Allard? The strikeout stuff is working, and there's one up, one down in the top of the seventh.
Allard's trying to
3 miles an hour.
Allard's trying to build off his last appearance in Falmouth. He had 3 strikeouts in 1 2/3.
For 12 total pitches.
12 total pitches.
All were strikes.
Yeah, he might be good. .79-mile-per-hour breaking ball from Allard.
Jordan Thompson 0 for 2 tonight. Now behind at 0-1 in the count to the right-hander, Jordy Allard. Comes set now and brings home the 0-1. Breaking ball, that one's skied to right center field. McConnell drifts over. Camps in the gap, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down, routine day at the yard for Jordy Allard.
Odds are if you're hitting it in the outfield towards the Louisiana Tech side of the outfield, it's not going to end well for you.
Yeah, no, they catch pretty much everything.
And it's also the chemistry between Matulia and McConnell out in right field. That helps a lot. They know who to call, when to call who off, who takes what.
And when they make those calls, they use T-Mobile, who is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve. And that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military, veterans, and first responders. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more.
I love that, Drake. What's your rating there?
You love that me?
No, I love the.
Which Drake?
Costello at the plate
I
now,
love
1-1 the count.
The transition, Drake, you kind of grimaced a little bit.
Yeah, no, not Austin's best.
Well, 7th inning, we got limited options here, folks. Got to get him in.
Right. Middle of an at-bat.
Oh, he hadn't taken a pitch yet.
That's true. That's true.
The 1-1, called strike, 1-2.
Although he did take one in the
well, they saw it.
Yeah.
They knew he wasn't first pitch swinging.
I forget we're on TV.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hello.
Is that a hello to your mom or my mom?
Well, my parents just got home, so.
Oh, sweet.
The 1-2.
They got dinner?
No, they left Cape yesterday
morning.
morning.
Got home from Cape Cod.
Okay. My parents are chilling back home in New Jersey.
Here's the 2-2. That misses. Full count now with 2 away. Allard looking to avoid issuing a walk here with 2 outs. Retired the first 2 batters of the inning, punch out and fly out. Now to Costello, he's 0 for 1. With a strikeout, he's also hit by a pitch. Here comes the 3-2. Misses high just a bit for ball 4.
That's Jordy Allard's first walk he's issued on Cape all summer.
Not a bad spot to issue a walk. The 8-hitter, now you can face a 9-hitter with 2 outs still, so we'll see if Allard can battle through it.
Yeah.
Well, if he gets through this quickly, one's only going to assume he's going to be back out for the 8th.
Yeah, and you're in that long stretch of games here for the Harbor Hawks, so pitching becomes really strategic, and how do you use your bullpen is going to be, well, so far it has been really well managed.
No, the bullpen has been phenomenally managed. I would assume if I had a crystal ball, you go Allard for this inning, the 8th, and Jay Driver for the 9th.
I don't know
That's
if you
just
saw,
me.
umpire's writing in the pinch hitter, but Jacob Campbell said, we need a new ball, and if you're writing, I'll just take it out of your pocket myself, and he did just that.
Now, who would that pinch hitter be? That would be
Jonathan Long from Cal State Long Beach.
Yep.
Is that the same school as Long Beach State?
Yes, it is.
Called strike.
Teammates with Rocco Pepe, Zach Volker. By the way, hey, Volker was phenomenal yesterday.
Teammates with Rocco Pepe.
Yeah, not Zach Volker.
Formerly. 0-1 to Gonzalez, who's over 2 tonight. Line out and a strikeout on his line. Decent lead at first by Costello. Pickoff move by Allard. Not a bad move, but back in time is the outfielder Costello.
Jordy Allard played a lot of baseball in his career. He played in the New England Women's and Men's Athletic Conference for Babson for a few years before going to Northeastern.
Jonathan Long, the pinch hitter, 11 for 55 this year with 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. Usually an everyday player. Has the night off tonight. He's behind 0-2. Pretty tough thing to do in the Cape is come off the bench after sitting for 6 innings and face a guy throwing 90 and try to do something with 2 outs. We'll see if Long can do just that.
Jonathan Long is a heck of a story. He actually started his baseball career as a walk-on freshman.
Here comes the 0-2 from Jordy Allard. Pickoff move will happen first. Shaniel's tag not in time as he dives back safely. We haven't seen Long yet because it's our first time we faced the YD Red Sox this year, but Long was in the lineup yesterday as he went 2 for 4 against Wareham with a 2-run homer as that one misses high for a ball 1-2. He did also strike out twice in that loss. That YD Red Sox suffered to Wareham. It was a 11-3.
11-3.
Yeah. Took one off the chin last night.
Here comes the 1-2 to Long. Inside for a ball, 2-2. Not an easy thing to come back from, as 11-3 is quite the pounding here on Cape Cod.
Yeah. Get pounded like that, try to come back out today, and now you're only down a run here late.
Yeah, 11 runs is quite the task to come back from, but now tonight the YD Red Sox just allowed 2. Now Jordy Allard with a full count. And, you know, it's funny, 11 runs for a lot of teams is going to be the season high they score. And a lot of teams aren't going to score even more than 6 in a game this year. It's just how it goes down here. 3-2 runners off, and that's going to miss inside. Back-to-back 2-out walks by Jordy Allard.
Lightning flashes twice for Allard here, whose control has never been an issue for him. And now he's put 2 on and has to deal with the leadoff hitter, Caden Connor.
I'm not sure if it's an Allard thing as much as it is what does this YD team do so very much? Walk.
Well,
he is the one throwing the ball.
Yeah, I think it is an Allard a little bit.
These aren't bad pitches. They're just doing a very good job of laying off of them.
Yeah, I think
it's not like he's
missed a couple spots.
Well, after the walk issued to Long, they're going to go to a pinch runner over on first. Yeah, pinch runner.
Yeah, yep. It will do that thing.
Well, don't know who it is. Can't see the jersey, and they didn't announce it. So, good luck to you.
I mean, YD came into
Hope
this
he's
game.
not too fast.
Yeah, right. Well, tying runs on second. He would be the go-ahead run over at first, whoever he may be. We do know one thing, and that's Caden Connor at the plate, who's 0 for 3 tonight. First and second, 2 outs. Jordy Allard looking to work himself out of trouble. A couple kids out there searching for the Shaniel home run in right field. I don't think they're going to find it anytime soon.
May see a snake or two. Not quite where you want to be.
I think it landed in the bay, or in the harbor.
Yeah, well, it might have.
That was a good poke. 0-1 now the count as Allard bounces back, gets ahead of Connor.
Yeah, YD, I mean, we've mentioned, they lead the league in walks with 75 coming into tonight. They're just so good at laying off of these pitches.
Very disciplined team at the dish.
Great eyes.
Here's the 0-1. That's outside. 1-1 the count. No action really in the Harbor Hawks bullpen. Well, now there's a right-hander starting to throw finally. You know when they're just getting started, when they're stepping into a throw out
right.
there. They really haven't.
Little crow hop.
Yeah, it's not a.
Can't pitch like that.
No, yeah, no, he can't.
Not anymore.
Carter Capps did for a little bit.
Yeah.
Look him up on YouTube.
Slinging Sammy Ball. Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth didn't exist, so.
John Philip Sousa.
Here's the 1-1.
That wasn't a baseball player.
How do you know?
I did a biography about him in 8th grade.
Oh, you're gonna.
What do you want from me?
Clearly not a baseball player.
I mean, he was born before the founding of the sport of baseball.
Was he?
Yeah, born in 1854.
Oh, yeah. Pretty sure baseball was
Close the
founded
tab
by
on
then.
him now. 2-1, 2 away. Caden Connor up to the bat, up to bat now. Jeez.
Yeah.
2-1 from Allard. That one's fouled off. Count will even up at 2-2 with 2 away. Big spot here for Jordy Allard.
Yeah.
Got to work through this. Give your manager some confidence in you. And looks like Ty Langenberg is warming up in the Harbor Hawk Arm Barn.
Baby.
You're in for a treat, folks. If you stick with us, already saw the Brody McCullough show, and seen Jordy Allard now on the mound, and Ty Langenberg is as good as they come if he does indeed enter the game later on. Hundreds of fans on their feet clapping for the big 2-2 pitch. He struck him out. Jordy Allard with runners on first and second leaves them stranded. A big swing and a miss to end the inning. Hawks still hold a 2-1 lead. It's time to stretch on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Bronk.
What up, TB?
What do you think my next move should be? Give it to me straight. Maybe it's just time I hang him up.
I got one word for you. Retirement. If you retire now, you're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week. Just come to Florida and feel the wind in your hair. Retirement is like winning another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
On the Spotty Network, this is what Tom heard.
If you retire now, you're soft and weak. Just come to Florida and win another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
Just go win another one.
Like it's that easy, Gronk. Maybe it is. I still feel like I have a lot to accomplish.
My goal is to win one more.
And Gronk's coming with me.
I'm retired from retiring? Mom, where are my football pants?
Don't trust big decisions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the GO in 5G.
And I'm not soft or weak either.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Wow.
Beautiful rendition of God Bless America.
Everybody on their feet. Everybody just, what a weekend.
Public address announcer in...
Our what?
Public address announcer Mark Howard.
Public address
Former YD public address announcer Mark Howard, should I say.
Whoa.
What a great rendition from Mark with the God Bless America there.
All right, our former intern David from Quinnipiac will now sing Take Me Out of the Ball Game.
We'll let him take it away.
Ball game, take me out.
And Zach Berman's going to sing for it, folks.
Harmonize it, harmonize
it. I can't harmonize.
Oh.
I've never seen Pitch Perfect. How can I do that?
It's funny. People harmonized before Pitch Perfect came out.
I was going to say, the only way people can harmonize now is if they see Pitch Perfect, evidently.
Yep. Nope, that's the
Hold on, wait.
Oh, you haven't seen
Where there's one.
Oh.
Two.
Glad I waited.
3 strikes here. I was also last year with the Moo, the official singer of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Not on my bingo card. Was it on yours?
Oh, no.
No, I would pop out from the booth to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Pop out like
a Harry Carey.
Yeah. Yes, no, I would do the full
fans.
Yes. There were usually. I would pop out, the 1, a 2, a 3. I did the whole Harry Carey song and dance.
No microphone.
No microphone.
Acapella.
No microphone.
Yeah,
there was
yelling to
okay,
empty Nebraska fields. Yes.
Sometimes North Dakota though. Occasionally Phoenix. This guy's been everywhere.
46 states.
How many Commonwealths?
Well, Massachusetts.
Guam, Puerto Rico.
Never been to Puerto Rico. Never
Guantanamo?
Been to Guam.
No. The hesitation.
Oh, if you're just joining us, Austin Nakuda, Drake Toll, Zach Berman, live from McKeon Park. Hawks hold a 2-1 lead over the YD Red Sox.
Playing the YMCA here?
Yeah, that's
Director of Broadcast Harrison Myers in the Oregon.
I don't think that's an Oregon. I'm going to be honest with you there.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Phil Matulia has probably had much better walk-up music than this.
One of the funkier games that we've seen this season. 2-1 ball game.
Yeah,
really good ball game.
6 hits combined.
Hardly any offense.
6 hits combined.
How many hits?
6.
One more than 5.
Here's Phil Matulia, the mustache man. Shaved that beard and those Barstool shirts. Represent a different guy now.
Yeah.
That one's inside on Phil.
Not a very good marketing ploy there when the shirt has the aberration of a beard and a mustache and long hair.
It's his twin.
Look at that. It's tough to look. He lost about 30 pounds of muscle when he shaved off the beard.
Yeah.
That's his twin brother, Will Matulia.
Yeah, right. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball. Called strike. 1-1, the count evens up.
Did you guys have student sections at your high school baseball games?
No.
Not at baseball. We did at
basketball.
Basketball.
Yes.
My brother was the king of the student section last year.
Hold on, he was royalty.
They have.
Sorry, I didn't know this.
They have the jungle at Taunton High, and they have somebody who runs it called the king of the jungle. So he did that this year. That was big for him.
Is that cringy or is it cool?
It's cool there. I mean, once you leave, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Most high school things.
So
get
yeah,
a little,
basketball we did.
Yep. Not
baseball, no. Did you?
Not baseball. Yeah, no.
No.
It depended though. We won a state title my sophomore year, and so.
Congratulations! What'd you bat?
I had a headset on. I actually got cut right before that year.
Sorry,
probably why I won the state championship.
Didn't have you lumbering around.
Now, funny thing, the last time I pitched my freshman year, came in with the bases juiced, struck out 3. Struck out 3 on like 11 pitches, right?
How about
Get
that?
to the dugout, pitching coach goes, man, hell of an outing. It's too bad it's your last.
Oh, my gosh.
Take that. A little knife into the chest right there and twist it.
Here's the 2-2 to Matulia. He cuts and misses at that one, the first out of the bottom of the 7th inning.
No, he actually did say, he said, great outing. True story, verbatim. Great outing. If it's your last one, it was great. Like, wow. That's the writings on the wall there, huh?
Yep. That brings up Riku Nishida. He's had another good outing for himself today at the plate. 1 for 2, or 0 for 1 that is, but with a walk and a stolen base. He unfortunately was picked off second. Looking for some revenge. Here is Nishida Hackman still on the mound for the YD Red Sox in his second inning of work. First pitch to Riku. That's gonna. Oh. Maybe it hit the ump, but Riku says it hit him. The umpire may not have seen it. Yeah, he's going to say, from one knee, he says Riku got it.
The umpire's on the good.
I think Riku was going to walk to first, whether the ump said it hit him or not.
Unfortunate. Hopefully he's okay. That's painful. It hit you on the knee there. And Riku's going to be okay. Let's hope the home plate umpire, Doug Ism, is okay as well. Going to take a minute to get some feeling back in that left knee, and while he does that, it will take a moment here to catch you up on some sponsors.
What a segue.
Wow. Couldn't find the paper.
That was not clunky whatsoever.
Nope, couldn't find the paper. Mass State Lottery, let's just go right into it. As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing. From the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all
351
cities and towns across
the Commonwealth.
So here's the 50 years of winning.
And 50 more.
There we go, right through there.
Only 50 more. It is finite.
So you're telling me that in 2072, the Massachusetts State Lottery.
Well, that math checks out.
Yeah.
Yep. Riku on first again. Everyone's okay after the double hit by pitch. That brings Mitch Jebb up to the plate once again.
Yep. Riku's been thrown out once in the base paths, and I'm sure the YD Red Sox will go after it again. You can see in that camera shot that we just went to, if we go back to it again, there's a crane in right field back behind the flag. That crane's got a massive American flag hanging from it for the 4th of July celebration. The parade tomorrow as well.
Are you walking in the parade?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Too hot.
Yeah. You're more of an inside guy. Call strike, 0-1.
More of an outside pitch.
I bet we're going to get some good fireworks out here in the Cape tomorrow.
Apparently no. They have moved the 4th of July fireworks show to Labor Day.
Take that. What? No, they didn't. You're such a liar.
I promise. First thing my host mom said to me. First thing she said. They've moved the fireworks show because there's an ecosystem of these birds that live in the harbor now. We got to protect them, man.
So 4th of July fireworks in September. Thanks for coming.
Happy 4th of July. Isn't it Labor Day? Well,
no.
Kind of.
Yes, but also no.
We have Christmas in July here.
I think that's...
When is that?
I don't know.
Okay. Are we doing that this year?
Yeah, we
did it last year.
Are we doing the pizza thing?
No, pizza no.
But Christmas in July happened last year, and
it's later on the schedule.
4 players and Santa got stuck on the fire truck at the beach because it ran out of gas last year. So we were looking for a couple arms as the pitch is away. Riku's going to get back.
Hold on. The fire truck ran out of gas.
They take the old fire truck. They throw a few players, Santa Claus, photographer up on it, right? 90 degrees.
Boy, isn't that the story of last year's season?
Yep. Trot it down Main Street. It gets to a beach, and we get like a text from one of the players. Hey, we're out of gas. Somebody come pick us up.
Santa's just sitting there saying, ho, ho, holy smokes, we're not going to get you to the game.
Yeah, that's it.
Where did that come from?
That was a good one there, huh, Zachary?
What did you just call me?
Abby's got bingo. By the way, on that one, Riku started in stops, goes back 2-1.
What? You had ho, 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 holy smokes?
Wow.
Dang,
that
man.
was bottom right corner.
Dang.
Congratulations on the bingo. We'll get you a new card.
Well, meanwhile, just another walk in the park for Riku, as it seems like we say this every game, he's reached base twice.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to be hit by a pitch, but he'll take it.
Riku, bench press.
Baseball hard.
Yep. 2 quotes from Riku Nishida this season.
Baseball hard, running the bases, I'd say not so hard.
Well,
he's been thrown out once today.
Yeah, Jeb goes after a fastball. It comes up empty, 2-2 the count. So yes, last year's Christmas in July was really well done. Great event. People enjoyed it all around.
Full circle.
But Santa did get stuck on the beach for about 30 minutes, and this year...
See that shark got stuck on the beach a couple days ago? Great white shark.
Yeah.
Did you see that video?
I did, and they were like dragging it and throwing water at it to get it back in the ocean.
We're going to get that clip up here in a second.
Oh, no.
That was here?
Cape Cod, yeah.
Where on?
Cape?
Yeah.
West Yarmouth.
I saw it was in Sandwich.
Can't confirm either way, but who knows?
Speaking of Mitch Jebb, who's at the plate right now, he's
quite the shark.
Well, he's had another solid night. Feels like we say this every.
What a play!
Feels like we say this every single night.
Line. The guy warming up in the YD arm barn just sailed a throw, and one of their relief or somebody not playing just dove out of the dugout head first and made a catch to prevent that ball from getting to the backstop. And Jeb getting a little tired of waiting at the plate. 2-2, one away. Riku on first.
Feels like we say this every night. Mitch Jeb also has reached base twice. Single and a walk.
2-2 from Hackman won't happen yet. Another pickoff move. Riku Nishida has made quite the indent into the dirt over there as he continues to dive back.
These two teams will get real familiar, play again tomorrow night.
At Red Wilson Field.
No lights.
Yarmouth, no lights. We'll start at 5 p.m. The first pitch. You can join us again on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. We still got plenty of baseball here tonight, though.
Yeah.
Still just a 2-1 lead for the Hawks. Another pickoff move. Riku's back safely once again.
I think the night is close to a close for Hackman here.
Well, if you add in his pickoff attempts, he's thrown about 72 pitches.
No kidding. Got some action ramping up in the bullpen over there for YD.
2-2, one away, one on. Comes set. We'll see if this one goes to home. It will. Riku starts and stops. Jeb fouls it off. Left to do it all again.
These are two very similar teams, too. You know, Hyannis came in with 137 hits, fourth in the league. Second in the league, actually. YD fourth with 135. Triples for YD and Hyannis. Doubles are both almost the same. Walks category, they're separated by just 4. YD and Hyannis both have struck out around 140 times this year. I mean, offensively, the numbers are almost identical. And you see it reflected on the scoreboard here.
And you see it in the standings, too. These two teams, there is a correlation between walks and low strikeout numbers to success in Cape Cod. That one is swung on and missed. The throw to first does not get Nishida. He's playing a dangerous game over at first is Riku, but for now he'll remain safe on first while Jeb heads back to the dugout for out number 2.
You get the feeling that these YD Hyannis games, this is of course the first of 4, are going to be fun. They're going to be tight because these two teams play such a very similar style of baseball, like you guys have mentioned. The only time this season, though, that YD will make the trip to Hyannis, because the other scheduled home game for the Hawks against YD is not in Hyannis, but in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford, that's not close.
It's an 11 a.m. first pitch.
Yeah.
I believe, Drake, you have the call of that.
Yep, in a different state. Be the first baseball game I've called in Connecticut.
First time you ever been to Connecticut?
I believe I drove through Connecticut to get here. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much, I mean.
I did do that.
That's all you, that's all there is to do in Connecticut.
Confirmation from our producer, Ella Gibson, yes.
Way to be. Congratulations. 0-1 to Tito Flores, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Pair of punch-outs and a pop-up. He's at the DH spot today, giving his legs a break from the field. He's played pretty much every game. Riku's off on the pitch. It's a pitch out. The throw has Nishida dead to rights at second. And second time he's been caught stealing. That might be a conversation for after the game. Riku Nishida's aggressiveness does not pay off. It ends the inning as we head to the 8th on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Traffic is treacherous. There's a fender bender on the pike. Gonna be a wicked commute. The expressway's backed up to the gas tanks. Gridlock. Crawl. Snarl. Gamma. Bottleneck. Logjam. 128 is a parking lot. You'll be late for supper tonight.
Keeping your car road ready is what we do best. At Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there.
Hey, we get you there too.
Having a 5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing ice hockey. Using pool noodles. Get out of the penalty box with 5G coverage like this. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. T-Mobile, more 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
$16 runs.
Yeah,
76 trombones.
Is that a Music Man reference?
Yes.
16-5 the score from
Brewster.
Where? Who's playing who?
Harwich is playing Brewster. Brewster, a 7-run 7th inning, and then the game was called after the middle of the 8th, which I only assume was due to the lack of
Brewster got up only through 7 innings and put
Hold
up
on.
16 runs.
What'd they call the game?
Looks like they called it in the middle of the 8th.
Well, remember, they played
Yeah.
the Woods
yeah,
at
it's not
Stony
that
Brook
dark,
Field
though.
at the elementary school. Ty Langenberg, new pitcher, welcome to the game.
Boy, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Ty Langenberg
Very good at baseball.
is good at, yeah, I was going to say he's good at baseball. It's a color analysis that I can bring you right now. Langenberg's family actually came up to Cape Cod. They've been here last week or so. I think they made the trek back. He's a Iowa product, a Hawkeye who's been nothing short of lights out for the Harbor Hawks this season. Langenberg, as it sits in the strikeout category, is number 2 on the team with 15. Number 1 being Magdal Cotto.
Magdal Cotto had the most recent start come in Wareham. Langenberg won't get any starts, but he is the primary reliever who locks it down for the Hawks.
7 2/3, 15 strikeouts, and 1 walk.
Well then, the fact that Langenberg came into this game tied with Brody McCullough for strikeouts.
3 saves, only 1 extra base hit allowed, and no earned runs. He has allowed 3 hits through those 7 2/3.
So what makes Ty Langenberg so deadly is his changeup, which we're going to see a decent amount today as he faces Hunter Haas to lead it off. As Haas swings and hits that one well to left field, it's going to get in for extra bases. Haas is around first, heading for second as Pepe gets to it and will get it in. It's a leadoff double. First extra base hit Langenberg's allowed this season, puts the tying run in scoring position. Second.
That's not something you see very often. It was that changeup, but he hung it just a little too much over the middle of the plate. And now a situation that Ty Langenberg is never in. He's got to keep a tying run from scoring with nobody out.
So speaking of the changeup, I had a chance to talk to Ty Langenberg about how he throws the pitch. Now, it's not your typical circle change, right, where you have kind of the circle grip on the side there. Ty Langenberg kind of palms the ball over the top here, where you have this kind of look at it, right, where it's just the 3 fingers on the top, 2 on the sides, and he throws it so at the side, like a side arm slot, that with this grip, it gives so much movement on it that it just deceives hitters at 86 to 88. So there you'll see it again, 0-1 now the count. So that grip is definitely unique and something that Langenberg's perfected this year.
So when gripping my 4-seam fastball freshman year of high school,
Oh my gosh.
the way that I would take the baseball, it's kind of, the index in the middle and just right across the seams.
Langenberg comes back with his fastball at now 0-2.
Get the camera on that.
2-seam,
Drake,
more of like a
show him the grip.
both fingers on the 2 seams of the
Interesting.
baseball.
That's
Yeah. So the 2-seam here, my 4-seam was here.
A little different than the Langenberg changeup.
The 5, I would do 5 fingers sometimes when I was really bored. Couldn't throw it for a strike though.
Little different than what we saw from Ty on the bump.
No, it's a fun new feature there, Austin. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. There we go.
I'll be using that the rest of the year.
The 0-2 is swung on and missed. Down goes Meadrith for a big out, number 1. Good bounce back by Ty Langenberg. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I love the selfie cam. I don't know what we're going to call it, but it's probably it's the best, I'd say, innovation that, Drake, of course, the idea, and our wonderful producers behind us, Abby and Ella.
Wonderful they are. That'll bring up Mike Bovey with 1 out and a man in scoring position. That's a tying run out there in Hunter Haas. Bovey watches a pitch that's called a strike at 92, 0-1. Now going back to that changeup a little bit, Langenberg didn't throw it a ton this season at Iowa. Rarely throw it. The pitching coach there didn't call that pitch a ton. Down here, he works on it a little bit and says, hey, I might have something here. Starts throwing it between 86 up to 89, and it's really giving the hitters troubles. That ball bounces, gets away from Campbell. Haas is going to run to third, takes a big turn, but he'll stop there. So time is called as Haas moves up to 90 feet away from tying this ball game at 2 apiece.
It's like that got Campbell on the toe of his cleat and just a tough bounce. Couldn't corral it. So now you have to be that much more careful. You cannot let this ball.
And the infield's going to come in here with 1 away. Tying run at third. Riku Nishida's practicing firing that ball home. Shaniel picks some dirt from his cleat as he moves to the edge of the grass. Patel and Jeb on the left side of the infield creep in as well. Langenberg on the bump. Has been dominant all season long, wants to continue that and get out of a jam here. Haas on third, Bovey at the plate. 1-1 the count, 1 away in the inning. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-1.
So how do you attack Bovey with your infield playing in? A fly ball ties the game. Change-up.
Go with your
that
change-up
produces a lot of ground balls. And if it's a hard hit ground ball, that works fine. A soft hit ground ball, that changes the conversation a little bit with the defense playing in.
2-1 the count to the first baseman, Bovey. That one is lined back off the netting. 2-2, the count's going to even up.
And now you spam that changeup that gets so many guys to whiff and force some weak contacts. That's exactly what you need. That's your put-away pitch.
Press square and don't look back.
MLB The Show reference?
Yep. He said spam the changeup.
Yes,
That's what he's going to do. 2-2, 1 away. Bovey at the plate. Here's the pitch from Langenberg. Just misses, and I mean just. That was a close one there at 88. That's the changeup.
That looked good. I like that one a lot from Langenberg, and Bovey's at bat stays live.
I mean, you don't want to walk him at the same time. It's not the worst case scenario. It sets up the double play.
That one is flowing down the left field line. Going to get foul as the arm barn scatters out there.
Almost nailed about 4 pitchers. No one moved out of the way. They just hunkered down.
That's all you can do out there. Bear down and cross your fingers.
Now 2 strikes here, and how big was that last strikeout? If Langenberg can collect another here,
that would be massive for him.
Gives you a bit of a sigh of relief.
Here's the pitch. That one is popped up. Gonna get out of play. Campbell gives it a look, but it's a souvenir for a lucky fan, and the count remains full at 3-2. Tying run still 90 feet away for the YD Red Sox.
Well, that was the biggest pitch of the game to this point. This one now tops it.
We'll have to do it again.
Bovey, the 4-hole hitter, followed by Carrick.
Here comes the 3-2 from Langenberg. Popped up again. Big battle brewing here between Bovey and Langenberg.
Well, at this point, Bovey's either looking for a walk or a pitch that he really wants, and that's pretty much without exception here as well. This is a situation where he's going to keep fighting stuff off, not necessarily trying to put it in play until he gets something that he feels comfortable with or takes ball 4.
And he's 1 for 3 tonight with a single. Infield's in. The payoff pitch from Langenberg. And a called strike 3. Bovey watches it go by in a big out number 2 by Ty Langenberg.
How about the delayed strike call there from the umpire? That guy finished off his Starbucks drink and then said strike 3.
Yeah.
Gave about everybody in the ballpark a heart attack, and the YD fans do not like it.
Let's talk about that frame job by Jacob Campbell. That pitch, very, very outer limits of the strike zone, and Campbell quickly pulled it back in and sold it perfectly.
Nicely done.
So with 2 away now, the tying run still 90 feet away. The infield goes back to their normal depth for Cole Carrick, who's 0 for 3, a pair of strikeouts, and a ground out to first. Langenberg comes set. Here comes the first pitch to Carrick. Outside corner, called a strike, 0-1.
Same spot. That's the same spot. And maybe that ball's 2 inches or so off the plate, but that has been a strike all season long on Cape Cod.
Got to swing at it if you're Carrick at this point in the game.
Man, what better? Sunday night, 2 of the best teams in the league. Attention convention here at McKeon Park.
Here's the 0-1. Carrick line to the left field, and this game is tied. Walking home to score is Hunter Haas. And for the first time this year, somebody has put a run across against Ty Langenberg.
That's a phenomenal job by Carrick. He was sitting breaking ball the entire time, went right down the heart of the plate, inside out, serves it to left field. You know, you just got to tip your cap there. Great piece of hitting.
So with the game now tied, the line is back to the same for both teams. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors by both these squads as Drew Bowser stands in for the 4th time tonight. 0 for 2 with a walk. Here comes the pitch from Langenberg. Got him to go around 0-1.
Bowser's 125 batting average this season on Cape Cod. So far, he's 16. That's Carrick. Never mind. Still 125 for Bowser, who's 1 for 6 on Cape Cod.
Yeah, and young early start to his season. Here's the 1 runner goes on the pitch. Here comes a throw by Campbell to second. It is not in time. Riku tried to deke him a bit, but in safely on the stolen base is Carey.
Ball just a little high from Campbell. Got there about the same time as Carey. And
throw was a little bit towards a left-handed batter's box in the dirt.
Now another in scoring position.
YD, very aggressive. It's paid off to this point.
Yep.
We're all tied, 2 apiece. Langenberg on the mound looking to get out of this inning. Here's the 1-1 to Bowser. Cut on and miss. Nice pitch there by Ty, and the count moves to 1-2. Go back to that changeup again. We just saw it at 87. We'll see.
Change up, toss on the inside part of the plate. 1-2. I mean, you got a pitch to work with, too, so you want to go outside the zone, try to get him to chase.
Here's the 1-2. He struck him out. Ty Langenberg gets out of the inning. A run does come across to tie the game, but it will stay tied as he strands a man in scoring position. Before we get to the bottom of the 8th, we're going to send it down to Bria Losick, who's standing by with a familiar face.
With Rogers Gray,
alongside General Manager Nick Johnson. Nick, Brody McCullough gets the start on the bump tonight. He's been dominant so far in all of his appearances. What have you liked so far from him?
Well, he's just like the consummate pro, right? Like he comes here, he's won a D2 World Series, and I think he's just got that calm presence on the mound. I think when everyone sees him pitching, it's like we have a chance in this game. Obviously, the pitch sequence is really good. His stuff plays up, the fastball 92, 94, has a great slider, and I think he's made a big name for himself. And in the upcoming draft, I think he's put himself to make some good money.
Recently, the Hawks went on a 9-game not losing streak, a couple ties mixed in there. What do you think the guys did well that contributed to that?
Honestly, everything. I mean, the bats came to life. I think when you were watching this team early in their season, you were like, okay, well, the arms are fantastic, but where are the bats? I think you saw a really complete effort. And what really I liked the most was the late inning heroics. You saw the teams fall behind early in the games. Then 8th inning, 9th inning, they came back, they bounced back, and that resiliency to me was the most impressive part of that.
Now, this isn't your first time with the organization, but it is your first season as general manager. What's it like being back in Hyannis, especially on 4th of July weekend with everyone?
Honestly, a dream come true. I mean, I interned here. I helped, manager Chad Gasson back in the day put these teams together. I never thought I'd be the GM, nor did I never think I'd live on Cape. But if you're watching this and you haven't been on Cape, come here right now. This time of year, July, August, it is buzzing. You see the crowd right now? This is the place to be. So yeah, no better place to be than July, Cape Cod, McKeon Park. Best park in the whole league.
Thanks so much, Nick. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Bria and Nick Johnson, for joining us. And always good to see dreams come true like Nick's, to be back here as the GM of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. And we'll take you in the booth. Welcome inside the Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center. Austin Dakota, Drake Toll, and a special guest, Jonathan Fincher, left-handed pitcher from Louisiana Tech. Jonathan, welcome into the booth.
Thank you for having me, guys.
And Jonathan, you just made a start yesterday at Katuitt, and your last start of the year here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. What was the experience like for you this season?
It was a little bittersweet, last week, but I had a great time up here. I'm very thankful for my time. I learned a lot from my teammates and the coaching staff, and just really, really pleased with what I did up here, and got some good info to take back to the team in Ruston.
Jonathan, it's kind of the apex of amateur baseball to come to Cape Cod. It's a dream for a lot of guys. Has this always been a dream for you, and is this kind of a bucket list thing to check off?
Yes, as soon as I heard about the Cape Cod League, that was the thing I wanted to do in college baseball. I got an opportunity to come up here in 2020 before COVID canceled the league, and COVID ended up happening, and I didn't get a chance to come up here and compete. So I finally got that chance this year.
Well, we're happy to have you, and it's been a pleasure going through your few starts on the Cape. And pinch hitter now at the plate appears to be Justin Hyannis as he faces a new pitcher, Sean Gamelin. What do you do on a day like this, Jonathan? You know you're not pitching. What do you do to keep yourself busy through a long 9-inning game?
So me and the trainer and a couple guys in the dugout been down there telling each other riddles, trying to keep the brain active and locked in.
Yeah. Got any you want to share at all?
What was a good one? We had I'm red when I'm new and I'm black when I'm used.
I don't know. What's the answer to that?
It's a match.
Blood.
A match.
Once you light a match, it turns black.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that one before.
A classic riddle.
Oh, geez.
That's kind of stuff you do. You know, you never put your cleats on whenever you don't pitch. So just kind of put the uniform on, eat some snacks, and just watch some baseball.
Oh, there you go. That hit him. Oh.
Hits Hyannis and the umpire.
Oh, my.
Hope everyone's okay. Another hit by pitch. It's been one of those games today where a few guys have been hit.
Yeah.
Hit. The umpire helped to his feet, and it's
also
good that everyone's okay.
To note, that is the 61st hit by pitch for Justin Hyannis in the last 3 years of baseball. Astronomical.
Guy's just a ball.
The guy sucks at dodgeball. Really, really bad at dodgeball. Looks like the home plate umpire is okay, too. Julia's out there checking on him. And
good.
Jonathan, your travel plans. The original flight was slated for today. I see, which is why when I saw you today eating a hot dog pregame, I was like, oh, it's Jonathan Fincher. What changed for your flight and kind of what went in that last 72 hours?
So, you know, I was slated to start on Saturday, and it's been a beautiful week on Cape all time. And then Finch Day comes around, and the clouds decide to roll in. So Eric was like, hey, you might have to start on Sunday. And my flight was for 11 in the morning.
Oh.
And so I moved that, texted my mom, was like, I'm about to be at the field, so can you do something about this?
Yeah.
And she lovingly changed my flight for me. They gave me a free change because they gave us a little weather tag that it might get canceled anyway. And so they let us change that for free till tomorrow morning at 11. So that worked out well, but yeah, just, you know, the players get a little free dog before the game, so take full advantage of my final dog.
One last. What would you rate the hot dog?
They are phenomenal.
Are they?
I'll give them about a solid 8.7.
An 8.7 out of 10. That's a pro score too.
It's a very good
pro
dog.
score. Yep.
Also, it looks like the umpires are currently reviewing Hyannis. By reviewing, it means having it come right. So the ball comes off of Hyannis, hits the umpire. What did they? And they just think it didn't hit Hyannis.
So
now?
They bring him back. Say, nope, didn't hit you. Sorry, man.
Justin walks
now
over.
They send him back down to first
Justin
base,
shows the bicep and says, "Look, there's laces right here. What do you want from me?" Eric Beatty says the same thing, and they said, "Oh well, yeah."
Now that you show us the evidence.
I guess, yeah, we'll take you down to first base. That's pretty fun. That's the first time I've seen that this season. And out comes Pickler, who doesn't like the call, and
of course
they'll convene. Well, the home plate umpire didn't see it either. He was on the ground.
How can you blame Pickler? Because you just said, nope, didn't hit you, come back. And now you send him back there again. So you've overturned the call twice.
Julia's back on the field.
Julie's here to give a conference and make sure, see if she saw
Julia's like, look, my guy got hit here.
Yeah,
so they're figuring it all out.
Yeah.
Hey, how,
Eyewitness.
Jonathan, you come on to Cape knowing you have limited starts, right? You've gotten word from your college coaches, as most pitchers do, that you have a limit on Cape Cod. You go, you show your stuff, you go back home. How does that change your strategy as compared to guys that know they'll stay for a full 44-game season?
I think really for me it was just making sure that I got the most out of every single start and every single pitch, and really didn't take any days for granted no matter what I was doing. Worked on developing off-speed pitches. That was one of my biggest goals coming up here, just being more confident throwing breaking balls to better college hitters. And so I feel like I came up here, I accomplished that goal, and just really had to focus on every day, not taking any day for granted up here, because I mean, beautiful weather up here. I throw 1 day a week, and I was on 3 starts, so just trying to sit back and relax whenever I'm not starting, but also keeping that foot on the gas and making the most out of every start I have.
And it can be a little difficult for you guys coming up, new team. A lot of times you've never played with any of these guys, but for you, you're fortunate enough to have 2 LA Tech teammates with you in Cole McConnell and Phil Matulia. What has that been like, getting to spend the summer with those 2 guys who you also spent the spring with?
Yeah, so it makes it a whole lot easier whenever you're on the mound and someone barrels you up a little bit and you get flies to the outfield in the gap, and you know that one of your guys is going to catch it because you know exactly how fast they run, exactly the kind of route they take to a ball, and all that good stuff. So it makes it way more comfortable on the mound to pitch, because when you play with a team you haven't really played with the defense on before, it makes you kind of question what you're able to do on the mound. Like, do I need to attack this guy and try to strike him out? Do I need to try to get him to ground out to my defense or hit a pop fly to my outfield? And really, whenever you get to mesh with a group of guys and really know how they play the game, then it really helps you make a game plan and execute that game plan.
Well, to update you with what's going on the field,
you're not missing
it's
anything.
Nothing. They've stopped the game of baseball. They're no longer playing that. They have had a conversation at home plate for about 3 minutes. Now Julia, the trainer, goes back to the dugout. Pickler's on the field along with 7 other coaches from YD, trying to figure out what exactly is going on and what they want to do. Now, Pickler has pointed to his bicep as well, saying, hey, my bicep hurts.
His argument is that he keeps saying, I heard it on the crowd mic, how did it hit his back arm? Which is possible. I mean, obviously it can happen where it misses your left-handed hitter misses your right arm, hits the left arm. So Pickler's argument is I don't think it hit his left arm, but Hyannis apparently has the stitches on him. So
yeah, Scott Pickler, physics, not the greatest relationship apparently, and
so while they continue,
we're just not going to play the rest of the game. We are going to shut things down. Hey, look, if we were at YD tonight, it'd be over. It'd be so done. It'd be over. We're playing 6 innings. We're going home.
Yep.
With the 2-1 score too, 2-2 score. They're going to put Hyannis on first. The poor pitcher has not even seen a baseball for about 5 minutes out there right now.
Yeah.
The other 2 umpires are still on home plate as we speak. There's a lot of stuff going on, and none of that stuff is baseball.
That is correct. Absolutely nothing. So we'll take this time to learn a little bit more about what you've done this summer, Jonathan. So when you're only pitching, once every few days and got some mornings off, maybe a couple off days, what have you done to maximize your time here on the Cape? What are your off days like, your downtime? What have you been up to?
Go hit up the Planet Fitness in Cape Cod Mall every single day.
Yeah.
Try to stay strong. And then our host dad has a boat, and so on some off days we take the boat out into the harbor and we drive around. And what else have we done? We go to a couple beaches, see what Craigville Beach is all about. We went to one in Sandwich the other day, but it was really rainy, so that wasn't really a good beach in my opinion. And we were gonna go to a Red Sox game while I was up here, but the Lord decided to let the rain fall, and we got our game canceled against Harwich, so they moved after the off day we had the tickets for. So I didn't get to see the beloved Red Sox.
Yeah, that sucked. That sucked for everybody involved. I remember, I can recall that one, sitting very sad for the doubleheader that was postponed to the very next day.
I drove down here from an hour, only to get to the field and say, just kidding, turn around.
I was very confused when they canceled that game because it was about 7 raindrops total, and they decided to call it.
No kidding. Everybody, I feel like everybody else played, too.
So, after everyone got their coffee.
Yeah, what's happening with you in baseball again here?
I think we're ready for baseball again.
Let's play.
Hope you enjoyed the delay, as now Nolan Shaniel is at the plate. After all, Justin Hyannis is on first after he was, hit by a pitch. That call will stand after it was overturned, then overturned again.
Big number 61. Scott Pickler's not going to, no sir, not a memento for you.
Shaniel's already got a home run tonight. It was a tank at that.
Pickler, you could hear, he was making the conversation that the ball couldn't hit his back arm.
Absolutely
and then
can.
It was fun. A fan yelled, "It's not a magic baseball." And I think that might be early contender for quote of the year. It's not a magic baseball.
Finch, you ever hit anybody on the back arm?
I do not believe I have.
Okay.
Doesn't make much sense in my head either.
Yeah, according to some, it's physically impossible. But Justin Hyannis is on first base.
Still nobody out. Shaniel, we got some Owls in attendance too. That one misses low. 2-0.
Fincher, you hear the dugout over there. They're giving a little hoo-hoo to the pitcher, and they're chirping the guy. What's it like to be in the dugout there for Hyannis from those guys? They can get a little mouthy in a fun way every now and then.
Yeah, I think we have one of the best dugouts on Cape, just having fun with each other. Pick on the other team a little bit. Keep it nice and clean, and just good, clean fun, as we like to call it in Louisiana Tech. And, you can bring your teammates up, bring the other guys down a little bit, but also keeping it light and comical.
Here's the 2-0 to Shaniel. He checks his swing. They will say he went around, I guess.
No chance.
No, did he?
No,
he didn't. 3-0.
Yeah, very little to no chance.
I thought they were going to check, then they didn't. So, 3-0.
How about our guy Gamelin? Control was already an issue. He hit a guy. They gave him a 5-minute break to think about it.
Yeah, not doing him any favors.
And he hasn't thrown a strike since, and here comes the pitching coach.
How tough is that? I mean, I don't know if you've been in a situation like that. You're not really a reliever, but you ever, how do you deal with situations where there's a delay mid-game, or maybe you're sitting for a 20-minute inning? You come back. It's so hard to probably get hot again and warm.
Yeah, so my plan when that happens is if I'm on the mound currently when that happens, like with a replay or something like that, I'll toss to the catcher a little bit. But obviously you can't do that when the umpires decide to stand on home plate for 20 minutes.
Yeah, not doing him any favors.
But if it's been a long inning, I usually just go out there and rip the first pitch as hard as I can, just try to get the whole shoulder going again, and see how that turns out. And it usually works out for me that way. But I can't confirm that I've been in Gamelin's situation where it's a 2-0 count to Nolan Shaniel, and it did not work out for me very well. He hit about a 600-foot home run off of me this season at the Love Shack.
Ooh.
But so it's nice to see him do it to somebody else today.
Yeah, a mile tonight too.
Oh yeah.
You don't see as many balls here in the Cape League off the wood bat that you just know are absolute moonshots. That was one of them. That one, you're going to need a search team in the harbor to find that ball.
Speaking on Ruston and your time at La Tech, I saw a couple fans with the La Tech flag in the stands yesterday. What do you know about those guys?
So those are some season ticket holders we have. That's Derek and Susie Digliormo. have a yearly vacation to Maine where they go to like some local breweries and do all that kind of stuff and just get some lobster. And they decided to plan it around some of the diamond dogs that would be on Cape this year.
That's
and
awesome.
They came down and saw us.
And Shaniel draws a walk. First and second now for the Hawks in this tie game. After all this, it's still tied 2-2, which gets lost a bit in all the chaos. So
how's the lobster in Ruston?
You know, we have very small lobsters that are called crawfish that also do not come from the ocean, so they're not really lobsters at all. I kind of lied about that. You do not. We have a place called Nuke's.
Yeah.
It's a little eatery place that's kind of in the south, and they have a lobster bisque.
Yeah, they do.
Which is pretty good, but other than that, you won't find many lobsters in the waters in North Louisiana.
What are we discussing now?
All right, we have called time again. The umpires are going to conference. And what'd you have for lunch? I didn't eat. What'd you have? Burger King.
What'd you have, Jonathan?
I did not eat lunch today.
Yeah,
actually.
there we
I ate
go.
some blueberry pancakes for breakfast after the workout, and then I had the free hot dog for dinner.
The 3 hot dog special, courtesy of the McKeon Park concession stand.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great nutritious meal.
Jonathan, while we take this 7-minute, the umpires left the field to play. One of the umpires has just walked off the field. He is going to his car.
My guess as to what
the other
happened
2
here,
umpires are also walking off the field.
So I'll give you a guess as to what happened.
All right, I'll accept.
The umpire, when he got hit after that pitch kind of sailed, it hit him in the head. Julie was out there checking on him for a while. I don't think he continued this ball game. I think he might be injured, and the umpire's going to get his gear to jump in behind the plate, is my guess.
Okay. Well, they're doing a very untimely 50-50 raffle announcement here, while they check on the umpire again over at the dugout. There is Julia.
Poor guy on the mound.
I heard we had a record-breaking night on the 50-50 raffle. Right?
Did we?
From our very own Wes Burton. He said the winner will be taking home $471.
Wow. I wish I had gotten in on that action.
Not a bad night at all at McKeon Park, huh?
It's pretty good, pretty great night on July 3rd, I believe.
Yeah, it is July 3rd. You believe correctly.
Thank you.
Yeah, your flight's still tomorrow. Oh.
You're flying home on the 4th.
I hope I didn't miss that one. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Jonathan, yeah.
How you getting to the airport
While we've
tomorrow?
got 20 minutes or so. Yeah, your question.
I'm
sorry, Dre.
getting taken by my host dad. He would like to spend a little more time with me, him and my host mom.
Oh, okay.
So
that's wholesome.
we're going to go down to the old Hyannis airport, the old 5-second drive from the house.
Oh, you're flying out of Hyannis?
Yeah.
Hey
I
there.
don't know how that happened.
Yeah,
I was going to just fly to Boston. I think it's Cape Air, actually.
So you're
but
flying from
what?
Hyannis to Boston?
Hyannis to Boston
Cape Air.
and down to Dallas, and then I'll be driving from Dallas home.
Okay.
Wow.
So, Drake, go ahead. Your question.
Yeah,
Sorry.
if I can remember it.
My bad.
So there are like 5 pitching coaches here at Hyannis. You got a lot of pitching gurus on this staff. Obviously, you've worked with personal pitching coaches throughout your career, team pitching coaches at La Tech, and even in high school. Have you learned anything in the last 3 weeks from these guys that you didn't know already?
Oh, yeah, these guys are awesome. You got Ray Korn, who's been in baseball for like 70 years, I think you said. He's just a baseball legend.
Whoa.
Baseball USA.
Agent Ray Korn there.
He just turned 76.
He
probably
said,
started
He said
70
70
years.
years.
Started T-ball at the age of 6.
That was straight from the man's mouth.
Take him off the field, by the
What are
way.
you doing?
Yeah, take him off the field. We're done. We're done doing baseball for a little bit here.
But then we got Kevin also, he pitched in the big leagues for a little bit, owns a 0 career ERA.
And a 1,000 batting
And a
average.
1,000 batting. That's very, very impressive. Not a lot of people do that in Major League Baseball. But yeah, they've taught me. They've been helping me with some of my breaking ball grips and stuff like that because I didn't get to learn a breaking ball until I was 19 years old because of my father. Thanks, Dad. And
shooting's for show-offs, Larry. It's all about fundamentals.
It's helped me keep my arm pretty healthy because he is a physical therapist. So he kind of does all my shoulder mobility and stuff like that at the house and keeps me nice and healthy. But so Kevin's kind of shown me how his mindset was throwing breaking balls. And then Ray, I've always had a pretty decent changeup, I would think, and some players say that as well. But Ray's kind of helped me taking some of the velo off my changeup. It's always been a harder changeup. So it's really been more mental like stuff and preparing to face the better hitters that you do see up here.
Yeah.
Than what it is like grips and stuff like that. Because I mean, everyone gets up here, they have pretty good stuff, but not everyone has the best mindset.
Right.
To face those hitters.
No fire. No.
Somebody put their mouth on our crowd mic.
They are right next to the crowd mic down there. If you're joining us now, you are not missing a single thing. As neither team is on the field, I think they're going to have an umpire change due to an injury. There is a football being tossed in right field. We're in the booth. Austin Nakuda, Drake Toll, Jonathan Fincher. Happy to have you watching. And Jonathan, we talked last inning about Ty Langenberg's changeup, his grip on it. How do you grip your changeup, if you don't mind showing us, and how is it different than Ty?
I throw a two-seam changeup like this. It's very in my fingertips, kind of make the circle right here, and I just throw it as hard as I can and think about taking this circle and put it into my right hip pocket. And that's kind of how I do it. Hand speed is how you get a good changeup. And so I don't have anyone like Ty. Ty is like this. He's like a magician with his changeup.
Yeah.
And it's quite impressive to watch. But I just throw it as hard as I can, and just you got to trust it. You can't.
We will
can't baby it.
We won't ask Ty his grip because magicians don't reveal their secrets.
I've already revealed it for him. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You did show it earlier. So if you don't mind there, Jonathan. So I throw my 4-seam fastball my freshman year of high school, kind of like that. Mostly my 2-seam like that. What do you think?
I think it's good. Little two seams. The fingers are a little spread out.
Okay, you want to go like inside laces?
Yeah. So what I do with my two seam is that I would put my index finger on the. I throw more of a 1-seam. And you grab that one and you push really hard with your index finger so it comes off. It has that nice little bottom.
So that's why I got cut. All right. There we go. My
but the 4-seam is exactly
right.
how I hold my 4-seam.
Yeah. Oh, good. You're doing something right, Drake.
Yeah, I did. That's 4-seam was there. Jonathan, you got any mementos or stuff you're taking home from Cape Cod in your time here to remember you're playing for the Hawks?
I bought some stuff in the what would you call that? It's the souvenir shop, I guess it would be downstairs.
Yeah.
I bought a hat and some stickers to put on the old laptop, and maybe the Yeti cooler. Then obviously you got all the team gear that we've gotten up here. So I'll be repping the Hawks down south Louisiana. So.
Yeah. Take me through a Saturday in the fall in Ruston. Why not?
So let's see. It's about depends on what kind of fall we got. It gets cold for like a week in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So I'd say probably wake up probably like 70 degrees. Get to class probably 88.
On a
90.
Saturday?
Yeah. Oh, not Saturday. Sorry.
Ooh.
Saturday. Waking up. I'm in the pitcher's weight group. And so we work out on Saturday mornings.
In the fall?
In the fall. We
on
have
a football
Saturday
game day?
Yeah, well, we have like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock kickoffs in Conference USA for some reason.
Yeah.
And so, we get there about 7 o'clock to the weight room, and you go lift, drink a little protein shake, go home, turn on College Game Day, just watch the atrocious picks that some of the guys are making.
Yeah.
And then, head down to Joe Aye Stadium and watch the Bulldogs hopefully lay the wood on somebody. If not, get the wood laid on them and probably leave by halftime.
Oh, yeah. We got fireworks. Just saw one.
All right.
They're just about an inning too early.
Yep.
The game is still not over. If you're just joining us, absolutely nothing happening on the field.
Zero.
There's an umpire issue. One
Look,
of them
a
was,
small boy who's not a bat boy is playing catch with himself, it seems. That's a good toss up there. Call it off.
Everybody else has a glove around you.
Fundamentals. And
toss that up there.
Yep.
So
nobody wanted to play catch with them.
It's still 2-2. The Hawks are going to have runners on first and second.
With nobody
eventually, I think.
Nobody down.
Nobody out.
Where are they in the lineup?
They are 4, 5, 6. Campbell, McConnell, and Pepe do up. So
it's not bad.
Things go well. Jonathan, you'll probably be up here still for your LA Tech teammate. You might be up here for another hour at this rate.
Yeah.
So hope you're comfortable.
This seat I'm in is very comfortable.
Good.
No kidding. You got
the
cushion.
one with the cushion.
We whipped that one out tonight.
Absolute great draw that I got in this chair.
Jonathan, who's the guy you've really, or maybe a couple of guys you've become closest with on this team already?
I'd say Zach Volker is one of the guys I've been pretty close with. I mean, we go lift together and stuff like that. Jake Berry and Jackson Baumeister. We play some Mafia on the bus, and so we're pretty decent at that game. And so we kind of team up together with that. If one of us is the Godfather, we'll select one of the others to be in the Mafia with us. And so it's kind of like the Austin Amaral, another guy. Really all the pitchers is kind of it's crazy how it happens in summer ball, how the brotherhood develops so quickly. I would say, because you don't really get that in a college team, because you're not gonna be together for a full year. But summer ball, some guys are there for a couple of days, some guys are there for the whole summer. So you really just try to get that friendship as close as possible. And then all the hitters. I knew a couple of the hitters coming in already. Like Justin Janis, I knew him through Phil because they played in the Northwoods together last year. Tito played with Phil, so he introduced me to those guys pretty early up here. And then who else has been? Nolan, he's in my conference, so we've always kind of known each other. So, but it's been an awesome team. I'd say it's a relationship on this team that's not many summer ball teams really have, because most summer ball teams you kind of come up here, you just get your work in, you go home, and I mean, there's not a lot of chatter coming from dugouts usually. But ours has something special, I feel like, in our dugout.
So does that make it kind of an emotional goodbye even after only 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of tough to say goodbye to the guys. I kind of just sat on the bleachers during their BP today. I kind of just like took it all in. My last little time in the Cape before I had to go home tomorrow. But yeah, you meet these guys that you've never seen in your life before, and then they become a big part of your life because you're with them every single day for however many weeks you're here straight. For me, it's been 3 weeks, and you're with them every single day. They become your friends. They're who you hang out with on the nights after games. They're who you hang out with on all your off days. And so yeah, it makes it pretty tough because a lot of these guys aren't on teams that we play in the regular season, so I'll probably never see them again, honestly.
Well, the umpires must have parked in Yarmouth.
Jonathan, I got FOMO for you. Those guys are all having a blast down there. It's your last couple innings with the Harbor Hawks, so I want to thank you for coming in the booth and get you back down there with you guys so you can spend your last maybe 3 hours of this game with them down there in the dugout. So thanks for coming on. And
well, Jonathan, I don't got anything else.
We
just went 20 minutes, so no outs still. But thanks for coming, Jonathan.
Throw it to a break.
Yeah, we'll toss it to a break on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
What are you looking forward to? Adding a takeout window?
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement.
Checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de bateo, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
You're a bad mother.
Welcome back inside McKeon Park. Again, a special thank you to Jonathan Fincher, who just joined us in the, well, still this inning, but we're still with nobody out. It's going to be Justin Hyannis on second, Nolan Shaniel on first, and we can confirm that we're going to be down to 2 umpires. We hope the home plate umpire is okay. He's going to be coming out of the game, so the other umpire is going to change into the gear. And in a few moments, we'll be back with 2 umpires and baseball. So if you're just joining us, Austin Nakuda, Drake Toll, Zach Berman, happy to have you. Jacob Campbell's taking some swings, getting ready to hopefully throw or hopefully step up to the plate in a few moments here at McKeon Park. But still a 2-2 game, guys, and really when we return at some point, it's a big situation for both teams.
Absolutely, and we've mentioned the Hawks have had trouble hitting with runners in scoring position. Now here you are, and you have 2 on, nobody out, top of the 8th inning, or bottom of the 8th inning, and 1 run puts you in a safe situation for what could be a huge win as we have fireworks going off to our right.
Well, welcome inside the booth, Austin Nakuda. That's me. Drake Toll in the lay over there, and Zach Berman in the middle.
How about that interview from Fincher, man?
Yeah, really good stuff.
What a good guy.
I think did we exhaust the playlist? I think we ran out of songs. It's been so long.
Ran out of songs. I mean, didn't run out of questions, but
no, yeah.
I'm sure Finch wants to get back down there with the guys. Good chance for him to chat it up with everybody before he leaves. So special thank you to him. Can you believe at some point tonight we already had Steve Peralt in the booth? That was about
Steve Peralt was in the booth tonight?
3 hours ago.
Weeks ago.
I was 17. I was a junior in high school when I interviewed Steve Peralt.
It's been a long game, but it's been a great game. We hope you're still with us because 2-2. The go-ahead run's going to be on second base at some point here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Right.
And,
I mean, you have 2 of the best teams in the league
going at it.
What has been more or less a completely even game.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a contest between both these teams. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for either. We're back in action tomorrow against YD again.
Yep.
At Red Wilson Field. The standings for the Harbor Hawks still in second place in the West Division. YD holds first in the East, and the Hawks just a little bit behind YD in total points, but the winner of this game will be known for having the second best record in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Depending on how this thing goes, it could be the Hawks.
Yeah, well, if YD wins this game tonight, they pull 3 points away from Hyannis, so a game and a half up on the Harbor Hawks. If Hyannis wins tonight, they're a half game ahead of YD for that number 2 spot overall in the league, and obviously if there's a tie, that half game lead that YD currently has holds.
Yeah,
so a lot on the line already here in this one, but it feels like, and what I really love about this Harbor Hawk team, this dugout, this atmosphere, everything, you know they're going to keep winning ball games, and you only got to be in the top 4 out of 5 teams in your division to go to the playoffs. So the Harbor Hawks have, while they certainly have not clinched a spot in the playoffs, are trending in a really good direction to lock their way in, being in the top 2 or 3 teams in the league already. And I do believe we have our home plate umpire, our new home plate umpire, and a 2-man crew for the remainder of this ball game.
And we hope Doug Ism's okay, the man who started behind the dish. He's out for now. The 2-man crew. And after all that, Gamelin is still going to be on the mound. That poor guy has been waiting.
Boy,
we had a couple delays with a hit by pitch.
You got a feel for
a
him.
Change, and now 20 minutes.
Surprised.
So.
I really am surprised they keep Gamelin out there. He's already having control issues.
Well, you already have a guy warming.
Well, they've had a guy warming for
30 minutes.
Yeah.
30 minutes, yeah.
So we do have a new umpire behind the plate, so we'll get things going in just a moment here at McKeon Park. We'll send it to a quick break on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
What a...
Diet Coke? Who are you, my mom?
You should be so lucky, because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
See you soon at Gannon's Tavern.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Austin Nakuda, Zach Berman, and Drake Toll live with you from McKeon Park, as we do have a new pitcher taking over on the mound. Zach, what do we know about the new left-hander?
It's good that they are going to a new pitcher as well, because, geez, you put Gamelin back out there after literally a half-hour break in the middle of this game to pull another umpire out. He's certainly gone completely cold, and it's very similar to in a game where, say you have a team that puts up 8 runs, their offense does, in a half inning. You don't send out that same reliever in the top of the next inning, because already you got a big lead. You can take another arm out of the bullpen to throw, kind of an unwritten rule of baseball, and now a new guy comes into this one to pitch for YD, and I think that's the right way to go with it.
Yeah, and it might be unlikely that we see Ty Langenberg come back out for the 9th, because he's also been sitting for 30 minutes or so.
All right, I got the arm.
Oh.
It is Zach Veen out of Point Loma Nazarene University.
Zach Veen, the Colorado Rockies
No,
top pick. No
Point
way.
Loma Nazarene?
Where's that?
Point Loma? What do you want from me?
Well,
Nazarene.
Zach Veen.
That's what I want.
Yep, Zach
Boy,
Veen. Richard Zachary Veen is an American professional baseball player, Colorado Rockies.
Yeah,
9th overall by
told
the
ya.
Rockies in 2020.
Wow.
Take that. Knew it. Got a few of his rookie cards at home.
What is he doing here?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Is that
I think it's
Zach Veen?
yes, this is Z-A-C-H, like the way I spell my name, Veen.
No
and now
way.
you have Zach Z-A-C Veen.
Is that how you spell your name?
No.
Oh.
For some reason, in the media guide, I'm spelled Z-A-K, but Veen, 3
Oh,
games,
way to take that
7.1 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, an ERA of 0.00.
Well, for those of you who are still with us, thank you. And you are locked into a great baseball game here. 2-2, 4 hits apiece, no errors by either of these teams. And now Jacob Campbell, the Illinois catcher, at the plate with Justin Hyannis on second, Nolan Shaniel at first, Zach Veen, the new pitcher, and still nobody out.
Veen fastball 88-92.
First pitch to Campbell, he squares and drops a bunt, it goes foul, 0-1.
I was just about to ask. Campbell's not a guy that typically bunts.
Yeah.
That's a perfect pitch to bunt there, and you need to do it. You only need 1 run here to take a 1-run lead. Whitey down to the last 3 outs. Veen, though, to kind of finish up what he'll show you. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Curveball, slider, changeup all sit 74-78. All sit around the same
Except
speed.
for that fastball.
Fastball 88-92, yeah. Fastball does typically run a little different than the off speeds, as is the case for Veen, and throws the fastball 75% of the time to lefties, 80% of the time to righties.
3 hours and 15 minutes to this point, and
very little of that has been baseball.
Yeah, but it's been a great game when it has been played.
Yeah.
So first and second, 0-1 the count to Campbell. Nobody out.
You
Tie
bunt
game.
again? Do you bunt again?
Worth a try. Here comes Campbell. He squares. That pitch is way outside, 1-1.
So you can't necessarily see it on our broadcast, but the way that they're playing this is Campbell, when he shows bunt, you find that the third baseman, Thompson, comes in. The first baseman, Bovey, comes in. They both are crashing hard. Haas goes over to cover third. Meadroth covers first, and the entire middle of the infield is wide open.
So maybe Campbell gives you the square here.
Right,
Pulls
so
back,
if exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Anything pretty much on the infield, in the middle of the infield, away from Veen, and you've got a base hit.
1-1 to Jacob Campbell. He squared a couple times, pulled the last one back. We'll see if he goes around again to try to bunt. He will. Squares it up. That one's a good bunt. Down the third base line. Going to be a tough play. The spin by Gonzalez. A throw. It gets into right field. Hyannis is going to score. They're going to win home. Shaniel around second, heading for third is Campbell. They finally dig the ball out of the arm barn. It's going to be a dead ball at some point. We'll see where they place the runners because it skipped into the bags, but we know Hyannis is going to at least score on the bunt of the year by Jacob Campbell.
Everybody in this ballpark, everybody in this county knew that Jacob Campbell was going to bunt. He'd shown it the 2 pitches before, and that is the single best bunt that we have seen on Cape Cod this Harbor Hawks season. In no man's land, it is an easy single for Jacob Campbell. A beautiful bunt there, and now you get at least 1 run for it. The question becomes, will they allow Nolan Shaniel to score?
Well, Jacob Campbell, by the time they called time, he was somewhere in between second and third. They're going to send him back to second.
And I think Shaniel might have to come
right,
back
if Campbell's
to
going to second, then that'll put Shaniel at third. And
Beatty's
Eric,
not gonna be happy.
he's not excited.
He shouldn't be happy. This is ridiculous.
That is bad. That is bad. And nobody from YD threw their hands up. You got to throw your hands up over in the arm barn there.
Well, I mean, that ball went all the way into the bullpen, and it just kind of got caught up in that maze of arms and legs.
And nobody at any point signaled that from YD, none of the fielders, and Beatty's been tossed.
First ejection we've seen all year.
You can hear the Harbor Hawk fans, too, are right behind Beatty. Beatty's standing up for his guys.
He should. He's getting his money's worth, and he should, as Beatty's going to let the umpires have it here at home plate. It was an interesting call, to say the least, as Coach Beatty is going to head home.
You can see the
team loves it.
The GM, the director of operations, the entire front office of this team has Beatty's back. You can see all those guys. Beatty's just standing up for his guys right here.
Because they're going to play Shaniel over on third, Campbell on second, because they're going to say the ball went out of play into the arm barn. But the problem is Nolan Shaniel, who was off first, was well around second base, heading towards third. When they ruled it, they didn't rule it a dead ball until well later, even though, yes, it skipped into the bullpen. But they didn't rule it that until far too late. So at the end of the day, Coach Beatty's going to be tossed.
Beatty gets a bunch of fist bumps.
He's going to sign some
signing
autographs
baseballs
on
the way out. All the little fans coming up to him.
go.
And that's just Beatty going to bat for his players right there.
Good for him.
Pablo's going to take over at third base, and Eric Beatty's going to go take a seat in the stands, which his family is here on Cape Cod. So he'll get to hang out with those guys as well, and he's getting a standing O from the Harbor Hawk faithful as well.
I think I consider myself, try to be neutral. I know, sometimes we lean Harbor Hawks, but
now they're chanting, "Coach, Coach, Coach, Coach." Wow.
So a conference on the mound. The umpire is explaining the call to Nolan Shaniel, who stands on third.
Here comes Wes.
What a wild inning, folks. If you're just joining us, it's 3-2 Hawks, so we go back a bit.
There are fans taking pictures with Coach Beatty now, who has been removed from his duties in this ball game by the umpiring crew of only 2 umpires. If it's random, weird, or wacky, it's happened today.
Let's recap this 8th inning. We had a hit by pitch that got Justin Janis on base, then a walk. The umpire
it didn't necessarily get him on base.
It may not have hit Justin Janis. They said it did. Justin Janis gets to first base.
It
then
did get
we
the
have
umpire.
a walk. So
He's
it
out of the game.
puts runners on first and second. Then the home plate umpire injured. He comes out of the game. We go down to 2 umpires after about a 25-minute delay. We come back. Jacob Campbell drops the best bunt we've seen on Cape Cod. He gets to first safely. The ball gets thrown away down the right field line into the arm barn. Justin Janis scores from second. Shaniel scores from first. Campbell comes around to score. Then the umpires get together. The 2 umpires we have left get together.
There's a smile from Coach Beatty as he gets a standing O from the Harbor Hawk crowd. Comes over, gives his wife a kiss.
Oh, my goodness.
He gets to sit with his family now for the rest of the game, and I'm sure he's not too upset about that, standing up for his guys. And the Harbor Hawks need to add a couple more here with a late lead against the second-best team on Cape Cod.
So after all that, they make Shaniel go back to third, Campbell back to second. Still nobody out. Hawks have the 3-2 lead. McConnell comes to the dish. Big spot to add insurance. Infield in. First pitch is a ball to throw down to third. Not in time. They tried to back pick Shaniel. He's in standing.
I feel like it would just be baseball karma. Little dose of revenge of sorts if
there's a wild pitch here,
a wild pitch or McConnell brings both these guys
Don't
home.
you love the sport of baseball?
It doesn't exist, but I would love it if it did.
Well, this has been a fun one, hasn't it?
It's been a 1.
It's been a game, and good for Coach Beatty. I'll say it one more time. I try to be neutral.
Yeah.
Good for Coach Beatty. He got his money's worth, and they deserve to have that one. Here comes the 1-0 to Cole McConnell. Breaking ball, hit up the middle, a base hit. Shaniel's going to score. They're going to wave home Campbell. The ball is by the center fielder. McConnell pulls into second. 2-run score. You can't take that one back. It's 5-2 Harbor Hawks.
That is amazing. Poetic justice for these 2 teams. And you can see Riku Nishida sprints out of the dugout, and Wes Burton, all the guys there to celebrate with Nolan Shaniel, who scores again.
Yep.
And Cole McConnell, what a big spot to come up with a hit there. And you can't help but feel for poor Zach Veen, the pitcher for YD. He didn't ask to have all of this go down right in front of him, but it sure has.
So still nobody out. 3 runs home in the inning after all that. Still the bottom of the 8th.
Got a mosquito there in the back of your neck as well. Yep, you see it.
Hey! Oh, he just killed the skeeter live on air.
Well, there's the pop on the mic.
Yeah, worth it. Rocco Pepe at the plate. 1-0 the count. He takes a breaking ball.
What a weird, wild, and wacky,
man.
and unbelievable sport
Have
this
fun
is.
on Hawk Talk tonight, fellas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be quite the game, but McConnell stands on second. He's just singled in 2.
We're never getting home.
No.
4th of July Sunday.
5-2 the score as the Hawks lead it. Pepe at the plate, nobody out still. Here's the pitch from Veen. Breaking ball hit on the ground to third. Play is spun on by Thompson. Throw to first is in time. The YD Red Sox, after quite some time, recorded the first out of the bottom half of the 8th.
Well, now you have a bigger question to ask. Langenberg obviously isn't going to come back out after the delay, so who pitches the 9th? Their pitcher's standing. No, we haven't seen anybody throw recently. I think now we're going to see someone's got a glove on. They're going to start tossing soon, I assume. Bullpen catcher's not there.
Yeah, he is.
Yep, that's Georgie.
Yeah, there's
George Anastaphylaphis. George Apple Banana, as they call him in the dugout.
Here's Dom Patelli at the plate. That's an easy one to say. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single that came on a bunt. That one's a ball.
We have a new home plate umpire, too. So this
Same
guy we have no idea where the zone is.
No.
Neither does the home plate umpire. That was a great pitch.
1-0, 1 away. McConnell on second. Patelli at the plate. 3 runs home in the inning. That was Hyannis, Shaniel, Campbell. All came home at some point. How they did so, well, we don't have all that time to tell you. Here's the 1-0 from Veen. That's a called strike, 1-1. If you've stuck with us, you've seen one of the best baseball games of the year that served you everything you could ask for.
Yeah.
Starting pitcher punching out 9, a solo home run, a little bit of a delay, a little bit of everything. But we're glad you're with us. 1-1, 1 away.
Some fireworks.
Patelli at the plate.
There's
literal fireworks in right field. I don't know if you can't catch them on the broadcast, but good to see. Here's the 1-1 to Patelli. Breaks his bat, hits it on the ground. A slow roller to short. Going to be a tough play by Haas to throw. Not in time. Infield single for Patelli. The Hawks keep on hitting.
So I do want to give some credit here to Zach Veen, who came into a really tough situation and now is throwing across the way for YD. Showing here he's a guy that we've already mentioned from, oh boy, was it Point
Loma
Nazarene?
Yes.
Call it the Harvard of the Nazarene colleges.
In San Diego.
It's in California. How'd you know that?
Well, I just was looking at Baseball Reference.
On.
We both have it up.
Okay,
Oh,
all
Zach
right. Zach's cheating on his homework here. This is his first time for Veen to play Summer League Baseball. He has made 3 appearances for YD to this point. He's still cheating on. And what a tough spot to come into as his ERA now sits at 27.
This is going to be a game that I think, end of the season, we're still going to talk about.
First pitch to Matulia. He lines that one softly to third. Runners left to get back. They do so. Matulia breaks his bat as well. Just chipped it a bit. So 2 outs now.
I think this is a game that it'd be nice to forget. But
we're
I don't think
winning.
you can.
I don't want to.
You're winning.
You don't want to
are,
forget
but
this one.
Jeez. If somebody asked you to explain it to them,
no, thank
boy,
you.
I'd rather not.
We've
rather
recapped it a couple times here on the broadcast.
Oh, and isn't it fun? These 2 teams will see each other 24 hours from now.
It is fun.
Less than 24 hours
Less
now,
than 24 hours
20.
from now.
Yay.
Can't wait. Red Wilson Field. Who was Red Wilson?
Well, let me tell you.
Sit down for this one.
Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth, Massachusetts.
Named after Merrill Red Wilson.
I was going to say it, but
beloved teacher, administrator, coach, and athletic director at Dennis Yarmouth High School.
That's what I was going to say. Riku Nishida with 2 outs, drops a bunt. He popped it up. Catcher doesn't see it. Gonzalez makes the catch.
The umpire nearly gave him the forearm shiver right there, too.
Harbor Hawks score 3 in the bottom of the 8th to soar ahead to a 5-2 lead, and after all of that, we have a 9th inning to play. It's Ty Langenberg coming back out to the mound.
Well, is there any pitcher coming back out to the mound?
There will be. We got 2 umpires, we got a pitcher, we got a catcher, and the Hawks have a 3-1 lead on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself every single day, and the harder I push myself, the more I find myself drawn to wearing UFOs. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. When you are recovered and can do more, that has a compounding effect on all aspects of your life. Stepping into a pair of UFOs, they're truly one of a kind. There's nothing like them.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why'd he sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice sounds like my inside voice? Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever.
Ninth inning, ready to go from McKeon Park. Ty Langenberg returns to the mound.
Ready to go is a really strong way to put that
we're
phrase.
ready to go.
Want to give a shout out to Eric Beatty, who is likely tuning in, and his family who are all here this week. Beatty going to bat for his guys, and what happens immediately after, but Cole McConnell rips a 2-1 single that blows this game wide open.
Good for Coach for sticking up for his team in a situation where the call was blundered, but
can't say the baseball gods don't believe in justice.
They do, and they served it up with a Cole McConnell 2 RBI single. Hawks now lead it 5-2 as Langenberg stands on the mound.
Hello, Ty Langenberg. Long time no see.
Back, 30-minute layoff, but good to see you're doing well. 1-0 the count. Now it's going to be Thompson, Costello, and Long due up here. 7, 8, 9 for YD as they look to put together a rally, and Ty Langenberg looks to try to extinguish any hope they have. 2-0 the count.
Well, I wish I could say that the entire crowd stuck around for the 45-minute delay earlier, but that was not the case. Yet still a strong contingent of Harbor Hawk faithful who litter the stands here at McKeon Park.
Well, the ones that did stick around were greeted to a treat.
Called strike on the outside part of the plate, 2-1.
All right, I'd like to get you home quick.
All right. These guys have worked more than overtime, the umpires tonight.
Yep.
3.5 hours.
They get paid the same.
Yes, they do. 3.5 hours in. But we are thrilled to still be playing baseball. 5-2 the Hawks ahead. Here's the 2-1 from Langenberg. Breaking ball misses high. 3-1 the count.
Hyannis, the last team still playing baseball on Cape Cod right now.
Everybody else
has gone final. At this rate, we'll still be playing on the 4th of July.
I got to give you something. Roll-a-bump limited lights of the game, because if this game's played at YD, we're digging for flashlights right now.
Yeah. Well, luckily we have lights. Here's the 3-1 from Langenberg. There's a called strike. That's the changeup, 86 miles per hour. And Jordan Thompson has a full count to deal with now. Thompson 0 for 3 today. Strikeout, pop-up, and a flyout. 3-2 now from Ty Langenberg. Crowd on their feet. Here comes the 3-2. He struck him out. Ty Langenberg back in after about a 30-minute delay. Comes back on the mound, doesn't miss a beat, and the Hawks are 2 outs away from shutting the door on YD.
That's just vintage Ty Langenberg. The fastball to set up the changeup. My goodness. What more is there to say tonight? Not much.
You're right.
We'll tell you all whatever we got left to say will be done in Hawk Talk, our post-game show. You can see that on YouTube. That one's a weak chopper down the third base line. Jeb's going to let it roll foul and does so wisely. Probably would have been safe, would have Jack Costello. He's reached base twice today, a walk and a hit by pitch.
So how about Hyannis gets hit by the 61st pitch to ever tag the guy over the last 3 years?
Or Justin Hyannis. We told you, when he gets to 100.
And then, so then Hyannis, he's sent to first base. Then he's no longer sent to first base.
Yeah,
then he shows him the new tattoo he's got on his right arm, and then they do send him to first base. We take about a 15-minute break to discuss that one. Next batter, 4-pitch walk. Then there's a 45-minute delay, and the most beautiful bunt you've ever seen in your life. Just everything. Everything you could...
Mix in a Jonathan Fincher 30-minute interview, and we have yourselves a baseball game.
Thanks to that guy.
Hey, remember an eternity ago, Brody McCullough struck out 8? That was today.
9.
9?
I think that Steve Peralt guy existed, too, at one point.
You think he's still here?
No, there's no way.
That one is cracked into right field for a base hit.
Well, that just sets up the double play ball.
That it does. Costello's reached base safely now 3 times tonight, which brings up somebody in the 9 spot. We're going to see. It's not Jonathan Long. There was a defensive replacement that got lost in the shuffle last inning. Luke's the catcher from Maryland, Luke Schleger.
Schleger.
There is no CK in there. So
Schleger.
All right. Well,
it's like Seeger.
He's wearing number 5. He's listed on point streak as number 20, so jersey changes all around for YD.
Right. Yeah.
It's because they're wearing the red. That's what it is. It's the Cape Cod red jerseys don't match their typical jerseys.
Right, which they're wearing on the road on a Sunday in Hyannis.
Interesting.
Great. Thank you. Good night.
0-1 to the pinch hitter, Luke
Schleger.
Something like that.
Don't know. Here's the 0-1. That one is hitting the left center field, a base hit. Costello's going to hold there, and suddenly the YD Red Sox are bringing the tying run to the plate.
Well, why not make things interesting at least, right? You got to this point, can't go too quietly, and Langenberg did give up the tying run, his first earned run in the 8th inning. Comes out with a strikeout, but now 2 straight hits, and see a couple of guys stirring in the Harbor Hawk bullpen, but this should be Ty Langenberg's game.
Jay Driver's picked up his glove. Starts to dig around on the arm barn mound, but no throwing just yet. We'll see.
No sign of George Appleton.
There he
nope,
comes.
there he is.
There's the bullpen catcher. So Driver's at least going to start to stretch and toss. Langenberg's going to try to work himself out of trouble. As we're back to the top of the order.
I mean, look, you're 1 pitch away from ending this game as well.
Another pinch hitter. It's Pascanel Ferreras from Western California.
Western Carolina.
That one is hit up the middle. Riku flips on to second for 1. Throw to first. Safe. They call him safe. They do get 1 as the broken bat comes over the pitcher's mound. First and third now, and the Hawks do get an out as there's now 2 away.
That's a phenomenal play by Riku Nishida. The fact that he charges that ball and has the awareness to look behind him. And there's that could have been a double play. Maybe that should have been a double play. I don't know.
It was tight.
That'll bring up Hunter Haas, the shortstop. He is now 1 for 3 with a double.
Dangerous
a hit
hitter.
by pitch and 2 runs scored to this point. Langenberg, no easy task to deal with this guy.
Would like to specifically request that he not hit a home run here. That's my only request.
Thanks,
you should probably knock on something.
Here's first pitch from Langenberg to Haas.
Oh,
ball.
Hello.
Well, Langenberg's going to pitch him a little bit differently because the last time Haas saw Langenberg, Haas clubbed a double.
All right.
And it was on that pitch inside.
Thanks.
Your turn.
Inside of the
Knock
zone.
on the wood.
I don't know. That was not Langenberg who gave up the double. I don't believe, was it?
He
Yes,
did.
it
He gave a
was.
double to lead off
Wow,
the
that
8th.
was so long ago.
About an hour and a half.
2-0 now. Langenberg being careful with Haas as Jay Driver starts to throw a little bit quicker now in the bullpen.
Well, if you put Haas on here, too, you got to deal with
Meadrin.
the 3-hole hitter.
First and third, 2 outs, 2-0 the count. Hawks hold a 5-2 lead. Here's the pitch.
Harbor Hawk fans, not the biggest fans. That you hear the and then when it was not called a strike, the ooh.
Yeah, just gonna. Sometimes you just let the sounds of the ballpark take over.
3-0 here. Green light, red light.
Red light called strike, 3-1.
The wind is. No, those are fireworks.
There's no wind. Flag is stagnant.
Those are fireworks. A lot of them.
3-1, 2 down, runners on the corners, tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch from Langenberg. It's flown to left field. There's Rocco Pepe. After a long 3.5-hour game, the Hawks are in the win column. They come from behind. They were tied up at one point. The Hawks were really, I mean, what a game we had. No other way to put it, but the Hawks, after a loss yesterday, are back in the win column and hot once again. 5-2 the win as they score 3 in the bottom of the 8th. But what a way to really come back in a way and win that ballgame.
How do you explain that one?
Just got a glimpse of Eric Beatty celebrating, and very nice. I know he's really excited. You can see him come back out on the field now that the game is over and celebrating with his guys who are all shaking hands out in the middle of McKeon here. And
those 2 umpires can't get out of here quick enough.
Nope, a lot of really excited Harbor Hawk fans as well that are all standing up right now, taking their pictures and getting autographs here and there. And what a game. The resilience for Hyannis to come back late and pull this thing off 5-2 at that. Not even a 1-run ball game. How about a 3 on top of him? Cole McConnell blowing it wide open as well.
All right.
Hey, so many great
You're
things.
still undefeated.
I am still undefeated on the play-by-play, and the Hawks are back in the win column today. A big win for them. They push into, not that the overall league standings matter too much, but they do push into the second-place spot in all of Cape Cod baseball with the big win tonight over the YD Red Sox. And, well, 3 runs in the 8th end up pushing the Hawks ahead 5-2, and only thing left to do, guys, the roll-a-bump limited player of the game. Who do we have on our minds?
Well,
I'm either going McConnell or McCullough.
Yeah, Cole McConnell 2 for 3. Brody McCullough, 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, it's a difficult decision.
It is.
Brody
hey,
hasn't
look,
won it yet,
tonight would be the night for 2.
Yes.
All right, so we have co-roll-a-bump limited player of the game. As Eric Beatty fires up the crew one more time. Brody McCullough, Cole McConnell, your player of the games. McConnell with the big 2 RBI hit. Brody McCullough, 5 beautiful innings of shutout baseball to go along with 9 strikeouts. But, gentlemen, any final thoughts after a long?
I heard something.
So many of them.
I heard something beyond the fireworks. A little. you know.
The Hawks are hot? Is that it?
I think it's a great day to be a Hawk.
Ah, there's a one.
It's a great day to be a Hawk from the Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center. We want to thank you very sincerely for sticking with us for over 3.5 hours of baseball. For our producers, Ella Gibson, Abby Stokes, and Mike Mann, and our director of broadcasting, Harrison Myers, our silent reporter, Bria Lawsick, our co-host, Drake Toll, Zach Berman, I'm Austin Akuta, saying thank you for watching and good night.